Welcome to Odd Boys. I'm former gravedigger Nathan Barnett from spooky old New England, and this is my co-host Tinfoil Tom.
Future grave filler.
That's right, gravedigger and grave
That's
filler.
right, gravedigger and grave filler. And behind the scenes, we have producer Jamie. Jamie, hard at work, manning the controls of the show in the background. You might not see him, but he's. Hey, wait a second. Wait. Hey, Jamie, he's asleep again.
Wake up,
Jamie.
Oh my God, what are we paying this guy for?
Wow, we're not paid.
Okay.
They say it's hard to get good help nowadays, I guess.
Hey, Tom, do me a favor. Put your hands on camera. Let's do this. Let's show everyone. Put your hands in front of your camera. Now, let's see. Now, cut to something else, Jamie. Cut to a screen here. Oh, look, it's full screen of Tom. And now let's go back to me. And now let's go to the Jamie cam. Clearly, Tom and I are hands-free, and we have a hard-working producer doing all of this for us. We are making the big bucks over here on Odd Boys, the biggest podcast live-streamed paranormal show on the internet. We're moving up, everyone. It's finally happening.
It's finally our time. This is it, Nathan.
We're paying Jamie, who you all know, he's a famous YouTuber, so it's weird that he even wants to do this. It's Jamie, aka Inside of Mind, almost 1 million subscribers on his channel, and he's our producer. So we love Jamie. We appreciate him doing this. The show, we think, will be a lot more professionally run now that Bozo, Nathan, and Ding Dong Tom are not running the show. So thank you,
now
Jamie.
that you mentioned it, my camera is a little close.
Yeah, you just noticed that now.
I'm just noticing my camera is a little, like looking at it.
Why don't we'll even it out? Here, this is better. How's that? Does that make you feel better now? This is a great
scene. I think we should both be like, I mean, we've
honestly,
gone from
it should just be mustache cameras, honestly.
I actually kind of like that. I wish we could go even closer. It's really, what does the chat want to see? Does the chat want to see the cameras go even closer? I think this is good.
Yeah, let's see what the people want to see. Oh, we have a beautiful audience member, Katie Blues. What happens if so I gotta give you guys a little lowdown. My fiance is out of town, and I've been going wild over here. Is my camera? Oh no, cameraman Lerm is freaking out again. My fiance, sorry, ADD brain, she is in the middle of the Virgin Islands on the boat. Oh my God, Lerm, stop zooming in on me.
New tip for Apple loving in-app.
She said, what happens if I encounter a pirate ghost at sea? She's literally sleeping on a boat right now watching this show. And we just got a tip from Inept on Ko-Fi. There's so much happening.
I'm okay. Yeah, you keep talking. I'll look. I have to pull it up. Thank you, Inept,
for the Ko-Fi direct donation. If you guys want to support the show, Ko-Fi is the best way to do it. That's like our Patreon. You can give a one-time donation by clicking the link. The link is in the description. It's also pinned to the top of the chat. And you can also do YouTube Super Chats like Ashley just did, or become a YouTube member. Tom and I won't joke, we're freaking dead broke. We are literally dead broke, and we will benefit from you guys supporting us.
That was a $10. That was a $10 Ko-Fi and a $10 Super Chat. I've also put a goal in the chat. If we get 10 orange Super Chats tonight, I will eliminate my new eyebrows.
No, you idiot! Why?
They're on the line because we're broke. We need the money, Nathan.
Yes, we do. I had a very, very big breakdown today because things are hard. We don't need to get into our problems. That's not the entertainment. That's not the show.
No.
No.
If you like the show, Nathan. The show is us complaining. This is the show. It's just us complaining.
We have a lot of stories to get to today. We've been gone for a couple weeks, and we have literally like 15 stories to get to. So I think we should get to the paranormal.
But we haven't begun. Jamie and I have been doing the show while you've been gone.
I haven't been here, so the show hasn't been happening.
The show has literally been going. The only day that we took off was Tuesday because Jamie wasn't feeling well, and you were in town, forcing me to party all weekend, keeping me out late, keeping me out until the wee hours of the morning. I didn't have time to properly research the show.
Well, that's true. Katie and I did go to Portland this past weekend for Halloween, and it was really fun. And Katie wants to move up there so bad now. Talking about her is going to make me sad. I miss her so much. It's kind of weird that she can actually watch the stream. She's literally in the middle of nowhere ocean. We text and call, and she has like no signal. but she is on a boat in a bed watching the show. Oh my God, it's Nep, thank you.
That's right, 9 more of these eyebrows are gone. That's right, 9 more of those, 9 more 20s, and these are gone. I'm gonna shave them off on the show. Look at these are fresh eyebrows too. These are brand new. These are young eyebrows. These are fresh. They'll be gone. They just came back.
Oh my God, and Nep. Okay, we already saw that one. I thought I saw a new one. Thank you, Nep. That's a big one. $20.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping Katie. She is wondering if she saw some pirate ghosts out there. That's kind of the perfect place. The Caribbean is where she's at, so she might see some pirate ghosts out there. I hope she doesn't fall in love with them and she comes back to her land-loving pirate over here.
So what did you think about what did Katie think about the Pacific Northwest? Now y'all are moving here?
Yes, so we do want to move there. I thought she would like it because it's very much a town that she would like. There's a lot of cool, fun things happening there. I liked Portland when I lived there, and I mostly just want to save money, and I will save a ton of money living there. I will have a yard. We can have an office where Tom and I can do the show in person. We can build out a studio in the house that I'll rent. So we want to keep the show going. We want to get members and support. We have 50. We used to have 222 members on YouTube. We now have 51. We got to get the YouTube members up. We got to get our Ko-Fi up. We're gonna keep doing the show regardless because we're gonna at least do this through the end of the year. So that's like a 6-month trial. So we're gonna keep doing it. We just really want this to like do well and take off. So one of the ways to do that is to get more callers because we think callers are going to be an exciting aspect of the show. And we have a caller tonight. And it's a pretty interesting story. We haven't heard the whole thing. We heard the Cliff's notes of it, and we think it's a good one. We think you like it. So if you also have weird stories that have happened to you, it doesn't have to be ghosts or aliens. It can be anything weird, anything odd. It's odd boys. We want to talk about odd things. So tonight we have an odd story coming from a caller. I think they're in Virginia, and we'll hear what they have to say. So yeah, if you like this strange, spooky stuff, please support if you're able to, or just keep watching. Like the stream. Liking it helps. Watch the shorts. Watch the videos. My rant is over.
What is hey, hold on, let's check in with our producer. Jamie, what do you think we should do on the show? What do you think we should do to elevate the show?
He's asleep. He's literally asleep.
He's asleep. He's asleep again. Jamie.
He's moving. He is actually asleep.
What are we paying him for? Somebody wake him up. Wake him up.
What? Wait, he's actually so our producer is in England. What time is it in England at the moment? Ashton just gave 5 members. Maybe that'll wake up.
Ashton, thank you. Ashton. It looks like you did those pop up? They did pop up. I just saw it on the screen. Thank you, Ashton. Thank you very much.
Wow, Ashton, 5 freaking members. So we're at 56, I think now. I'm gonna try to just keep count.
Playing that Lords of Thunder music too.
Look at that Keith Apicary gift. That's a freaking classic right there.
It's crazy that was 150 years ago.
I looked older then when I was 28 years old.
I mean, it's you were bald, then you had hair.
Oh no, it's just my youthful acne from eating all Halloween cake before, and that's what
Oh.
Thank you.
I mean, you're in better shape now. I think it's all the exercise you've done over the last couple of years.
Let's see if Lerm can keep up. My camera, can you keep up? Yeah, I've been exercising. I think that's helping a little bit. Uriel just had a great comment. Jamie's not sleeping. He's just astral projecting.
Oh yeah.
That would make more sense.
In theme with the show, he's doing remote viewing to control the show.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
He's doing MK Ultra cameraman techniques. I'm trying to get my camera to not move around.
We should say hello, everybody. You already said it. Hello again. Nathan is back. Producer Jamie is producing us behind the scenes. Thank you for this very great start of the show. Thank you for the donations, and you're helping to keep us going. Jamie is now a part of the operation, so this money is now shared amongst Nathan, Jamie, and myself. So it goes to all of us. So thank you very much.
If the more you support, the more it helps all of us. And I will say, we can officially say on the stream, Jamie, pull that up. Not just Joe Rogan can say that.
Jamie, pull that up.
We can say it. So when we talk about a spooky story, Jamie has to pull up that footage. Or we should maybe mix it up and say, Jamie, pull that down. Say something different.
Jamie, hit it.
Jamie, hit it. and then we hear like a waka waka, and then he does a little segue into the footage. Oh, Savage. So Jermaine is Savage on YouTube. Okay, we got some viewers from Twitch coming over to YouTube. Thank you for being here, everyone on YouTube. 3 more likes till we hit 22, my lucky number.
A YouTube only stream. So we do want to set up. We're trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do. So with Jamie controlling the show producer wise, we need to set up a separate Twitch account for Odd Boys. We haven't done that yet. We were trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. Eventually, we want to potentially do this show to expand the audience. We might want to do it vertically on TikTok as well. But you need 1,000 followers on TikTok. We do have a TikTok for the Odd Boys, by the way. You need 1,000 followers to stream on TikTok, and we have 11. So
what is the name of the TikTok? Odd Boys.
I think it's just
something.
I think it's just Odd Boy. Yeah, I think it's just Odd Boys on TikTok.
It said, I remember it was, I looked it up and it said Odd Boys something, I think.
It might be like Real Odd Boys or something.
Yeah, I think it should just be Odd Boys Pod, because that's what the YouTube is. I think we should try to keep
Raspberry said, I can't find you guys on Twitch. That's because we're not on Twitch, as I just said.
We're not, Raspberry. We're just here on YouTube. But you're also on YouTube, so all is well. You are here. You're watching.
No, so we
said, I hate the stream. There's no technical difficulties. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I feel weird with my hands open, just running my mouth. At first, I was like, I need something to do, but I made the thumbnail.
No, you don't. No, you don't have to do anything. If you do something, you're going to break it. So you don't have to. All you have to do is sit there and read. All you have to do is sit there and read the stories. That's all you have to do now.
It's true. I will break it. And it's great that we have producer Jamie on the job. Also, I have 3 dogs in the room. Maybe my fiance will want to see her dogs. So here, let's do a little tour. Here's
who let
Frank.
the dogs out?
Frank's taking over this bed, this little blanket bed, because Susie over here, brown sausage, stole. Oh crap! Did my camera just go out? Oh crap! I put it to sleep. Hang on. Camera.
Great stream set.
Wake
Great.
up. Wait.
Great.
See, as soon as I touch something, technical difficulties.
This is the technical difficulties. Don't do anything, Nathan. Stop doing things.
Hang on. There's yellow sausage. That's Katie's dog, Stiv. And then brown sausage is in Frankie's bed. So Frankie was evicted, and now he's sleeping on blanket. The dogs all have beds, but they're like not laying in the right ones. So anyway.
Classic.
That's
Classic.
4 of the dogs.
Well, we're back. We now have Jamie is officially part of the show. We appreciate everybody being here. We're still going to try to do Tuesdays and Fridays for now. That might change when Nathan eventually moseys on up the coast. We might switch things up, but we want to do the show more often. It's a lot of fun to do. So hopefully we're able to.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Now let's get to the odd news.
Odd news.
I'm going to open up the doc so I can follow along.
You said odd nudes?
No, the odd news.
Oh, that's a different website.
Tom, your brain. You got the odd brain. Okay. What are we doing are we just going to go down the list? Producer Jamie, is that the plan? Are we going to start with
it depends what you want to do. You guys can do it in any order as long as you announce what it is. I know, I'm awake.
He's awake.
I know, I'm awake.
He woke up. Wow.
Depends what you want to do. Wow. You guys can just go through any story, and as long as you list what it is, I'll try find it and pull it up, I guess, is the word you guys have been using.
Jamie, how do you feel? How do you feel being
facts
here?
We could do first. Yeah, how do you feel, Jamie? Are you happy to be our captive producer?
Never better. So over the moon.
Wow. It's weird that you're not like on camera and chatting with us like normal. You're just like a secret man in the dark.
I'm a voice in the void.
I think he likes being
Jamie
a voice
is just
in the void,
a robot. He does have that British fake robot voice.
True, it could be. But I'm sleeping. I showed you earlier. This is my subconscious right now that you're hearing. Your stream actually can't hear us.
Sleep and communicate with us. Oh,
you guys are hearing through your minds right now.
Oh.
Yeah, stream don't hear anything. They're just wondering who you're talking to.
This is Jamie AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Wow, Jamie AI is here. Can't believe it.
Well, thank you, AI Jamie, for producing the show.
Yeah, I think we can go right down the list. So we have a list of stories. I think this is the way that we've been running the show, so I feel like this makes sense. To kind of just run down the list. So we'll start off with this first story, Nathan. I don't know if you heard about this yet. There is a man that awoke from a coma, said his girlfriend tried to kill him. Man later dies. Crazy.
Oh, there we go. Here it is. Yeah, say that title again.
So I don't know if you heard about this, but there was a man who woke up from a coma. And when he woke up from the coma, he said his girlfriend tried to kill him, and then he later died.
Okay, that's depressing.
It is a little depressing, but this is a crazy story. So we've got the clips of it here. If hey Jamie, pull that up.
So my question for
That's
Jamie is: when I see you looking at the doc, does the stream see you looking at the doc?
No.
Oh, that's confusing my brain.
Well, it's the same thing that you were doing. They couldn't see you pulling up the doc, could they?
I guess not. I just have
Yeah.
simple mind, and then this makes her brain hurt.
So basically what I do is I have you guys' cameras on while I'm pulling it up, and then when I switch to
now
it,
I see
then
it.
share it. Yeah. So
This
they
is
can see the
so
footage
weird
playing right now, but then
that I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, can they hear the footage too? Because I can't.
No,
hear it.
I've muted it. So I'll put the
Okay.
volume on when you guys want. I was just having something play while you're talking.
So
Yeah, if
you're
you wanna pull
doing
this
it
up.
all the right way.
Maybe.
No.
This is
no.
weird, Jamie.
So if you want to pull this, so I
looks so much better.
if we're gonna just talk over this, no, yeah, this is great. Yeah, see, this is the way that you're supposed to do it.
But it's supposed to be all crooked, and you gotta like zoom in and then fix our cameras. Every time you cut to a story, you gotta reshape everything live on stream and waste time. What are you gonna do with all this extra time?
I don't know what I'm gonna
This
do.
is so much better. This is the way that it's supposed. This is the way it's supposed. This is why you have a producer, Nathan.
Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack us. Why don't
Okay,
we
so
why
here.
don't we play this in the beginning and then we can listen to it?
Here, I'll tee it up. So this was a 22-year-old man. He died earlier this month from injuries sustained in a car crash. But before he died, he woke up from the coma, telling the police that his girlfriend was the one who caused the wreck. And the guy's name was Daniel Waterman. He was a passenger in the car. His girlfriend's name was Leah Mumby. And they were driving along interstate in Flagler County, Florida during Super Bowl weekend in February. And from what I read, I believe he was trying to break up with her, and she caused a car crash. And
Oh my God.
she deliberately crashed the car, and he went into a coma, woke up, said his girlfriend was the one who caused the car crash.
Murderer.
Well, I mean, I think she was trying
Attempted
to
murderer.
I think she was trying to like take them both out.
Oh my gosh. Probably like, if we can't be together, we have to die. She's like having
Right.
one of those psychotic moments. One of those psychotic moments that we have when we're in Florida.
Yeah, I'm like double checking this thing, and I guess they were just having an argument. It says she was pregnant with Waterman's child at the time of the crash. I guess they were just arguing, and she caused the crash. So it doesn't say
a bit extreme.
You always hurt the ones you love.
Their lawn is filled with water. You notice this? The mailbox is literally in water.
It's Florida. That's what everything looks like in Florida.
I guess so.
I mean, I think that's like a pond.
I will say my fiance is from Florida, and she's a bit nuts too. I don't think she would do this, but she definitely shows signs of being from Florida at times.
Do you think that she would intentionally cause a car crash?
No, because she's way too nice and like caring and gentle and like soft spoken. She's so not like aggressive at all. She would
That's good.
She would just cry in the darkness.
So this is
she would do in the corner.
So this is allegedly what she said. So troopers said that Waterman, he was the man who later died, he claimed that Mumby intentionally caused the crash after she allegedly said, quote, "I don't care what happens. You'll get what you deserve," end quote. And then she like took the car off road and crashed the car. And then this guy's injuries were so bad.
Poor guy. I feel so bad.
Apparently he broke everything and went into a coma. He broke his neck, he broke his back, he broke his collarbone, dislocated both of his hips, broke his leg, and broke his ankle. He literally broke his entire body and went into a coma.
Oh my God.
This woman, Leah Mumby, she's 24 years old. She had her charges upgraded from, I think that the original charge was probably like reckless endangerment or like reckless driving, but the charges have been upgraded to vehicular homicide following Waterman's death.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
she is
God.
she's currently booked in Flagler County Jail, and she has been released after posting after posting bond. She posted bail.
But is she gonna have a trial?
She's gonna be on. Yeah, this just happened. This happened like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So this is pretty recent. And an attorney for the Waterman family, John Hager, said, quote, "This was no accident. Evidence shows she didn't use the brakes. The car was speeding at the time of impact." Yeah, this is crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Should we play it and hear what happens?
Yeah, let's check out this clip. But yeah, very crazy story. I feel very bad for this guy. He the thing that makes this even sadder is she was pregnant at the time of the crash with his child, and since his death, she's since had the child. And apparently Daniel, the victim, was extremely excited, soon to be father of a baby girl, and quote, he wanted nothing more than to come home to her and to the family who loved him so dearly.
He was only 22.
It's 22.
So sad.
Beginning of his life.
Basically
Still
a
a kid.
kid.
Still a kid.
Yeah.
But we begin with this story, all new at 6 tonight. A man's dying words leads to the arrest of his own girlfriend. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. This is a wild one. Troopers say the couple was in a car, got into a fight, and she crashed on purpose. The boyfriend later died from his injuries. Fox 35's Chris Lindsay picks up the story from there. So, Chris, it took
it's so
several
extreme.
months to crack this case,
it's
though.
like I don't know why this is like a thought that you would have. Like,
Yeah.
so everybody's had, I'm certain that you've had them. I know that I've had them. I'm sure everybody in the audience is like not free of this. You're driving down the road and you get into a fight with your boyfriend or girlfriend. It happens to everybody. But the first reaction is not drive off the road and slam into a tree.
No, that shows right there that on the volatility of this person's emotions, that they cannot control themselves and they go super extreme to the last. Like, that's what you do if you're like about to be murdered or something, you know, it's your last hope.
Yeah.
You try to crash a car and hurt themselves. Like, this guy was her boyfriend. She was supposed to be in love with this person.
Soon to be father of their child. This was she was pregnant.
Wow, so messed up.
But yeah.
Yes, this happened back in February, and the victim's girlfriend was charged with vehicular homicide on Monday. Troopers say 22-year-old Daniel Waterman, seen here, was with his girlfriend Leah Mumby during Super Bowl weekend when she swerved off the road and crashed.
Waterman was fighting for his life every day.
He looked so
Sometimes
positive
he
too,
gathered
even
enough
there,
strength to tell
smiling.
investigators what happened the day of the crash. According to an arrest report, Waterman told troopers he and Mumby were in an argument when she got angry and floored it right into a tree.
Miss Mumby didn't utilize her brakes at the time, or at least it showed that the car was speeding up at the time.
Court documents show the last
yeah, they
thing
can see
Daniel
that,
remembered
what the car
her
was
saying,
doing.
quote,
It's so
"I
sad.
don't
It's
care
so
what
sad.
happens. You'll get what you deserve." Just before impact, she was clocked at over 90 miles an hour. In
But now it's
July,
like
Mumby
when
was
you think
arrested.
of something like this, like I feel bad for Daniel, obviously, but now I feel bad for this child who, like, the child lost their father. They're never going to meet their father, and now
Nope.
their mother, like, I don't know
Mother's gonna be
how
in jail. They have no parents now.
she's going to be in jail for how long? 20 years? Like who knows how long she's going to be in jail for. Not only that, but if I was the child and I knew that one of my parents was the one who deliberately caused the death of the other parent, I wouldn't want anything to do with that parent. I'd be like, I don't want to know you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
agree.
I feel bad for that child. But like mostly, I think that there's no winning here.
No.
This person, and also like I feel empathy. I feel a little bad for Leah as well, because now it's like she's super young. Maybe it's somebody who like she needed to be like medicated or something.
Yeah, she might have needed medicine. She might have needed therapy. Well, obviously she needed
She
medicine and
needed something.
therapy.
But now
Yeah.
her life, she's 24 years old. That's the beginning of your life. That's like a few years after you get out of high school.
Yeah.
Her life is over now too. Her life is over. The husband's life is over. And this child is like gonna grow up in the foster care system, relatives.
Yeah.
And so this child's
Probably
life is gonna
relatives,
be,
probably grandparents will watch them.
but yeah, so such a sad story.
So sad. Well,
Arrested.
that's
The
a
case
bummer.
started out as a charge of reckless driving, serious bodily injury, and aggravated battery, deadly weapon, which would be the vehicle.
Daniel fought hard, and his family was by his side in the ICU every day. The Waterman family's attorney
survived for
says
quite a
on
while.
October 8th, he died, which changed
I think his injuries were
everything.
just
So
too
what happened is
extreme.
his
Flagler
organs
County.
just gave out or something.
He was just too injured. I mean, it's like that was like he broke
Yeah.
literally like everything in his body. Like if they said that they were going what 90 miles an hour. If your body undergoes that much trauma, there's only
Yeah.
like
His
even
heart
you
probably couldn't handle it.
I mean, he was hooked up to machines basically, but yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like at a certain point, your body just can't handle that much trauma.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that he survived as long as he did.
I know, and he looks so like positive in that picture. I feel so bad for his family.
Mhm. But I did want to make light of this story because this was like, and that is something for anybody in the chat. I know that some people don't like hearing about the true crime stuff. I think that's all part of this like odd boys is like we will talk about murder cases. We will talk about cases like this from. It's not all going to be UFO and ghosts. So I did find this story to be kind of like a crazy but true. And like this
Yeah.
man snapped out of a coma, and it was his wife that was or girlfriend that was responsible for his death. It's a crazy
Well, it's
story.
also just a very unique situation where like she did this thing. He was in a coma. No one really knew what happened. He wakes up from the coma, says she did it on purpose. Then
Yeah.
she dies. That changes the outcome of the whole case. And then after he dies, she has his baby. It's like
Yeah.
this is like a movie. So yeah, it is a pretty unique. As sad as it is a very unique and odd situation. So
Yeah, true crime. Yeah, this is just true crime. So it's like, but I feel like true crime goes into these dark. Like I think that that's like an important thing to talk about. I do think it's important to talk about the darkness that people are capable of, because if you
Yeah.
just bury your head in the sand and you only talk about positive things all the time, you're being deliberately ignorant to the fact that this darkness does exist. So I do think it's important to examine these dark places from time to time.
I understand the sensitivity to some subject matter. People might not want to hear it because they've had their own traumas and stuff. So, like, I understand. It's totally valid to not want to hear that.
Yeah.
But Tom and I are personally interested in some of this stuff. So, yeah, we want to talk about it. I know a lot of people like the ghosts and aliens, which I do like the most.
I like that too. Yeah.
But I do like having a variety on this show. And, it's the odd boys. We got to talk about all things odd.
I will
And
say,
also, producer Jamie is like real into morbid stuff, and he forces us to do it. So it's
well, Jamie said if we don't talk about the morbid stuff, he's going to
shut the channel down.
We said he was going to get us. I take that for.
Oh yeah, he goes, "I'm going to get you," and we don't know what that means. And he's British, and British people are scare us.
And then I said, "You're going to get us what? A soda?" And he said, "No, I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you."
And I said, "Yeah." ... It'd be like, what are you going to get us? An English muffin? A donut?
And then he just kept winking for like an hour straight. And
it wasn't really winking as much as it, like, this is what I saw. It wasn't winking. Like winking, I think of, like that's a wink.
Yeah.
Jamie just started going.
Oh yeah. Then it did turn into a little bit of a, like that kind of a spaz. So I think he's just went off the rails, and now we don't question Jamie anymore. We just do what he says.
It was more of like, I'd say, short circuiting.
I'm gonna get you.
Right.
Okay, Jamie. Okay, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie.
Yeah, but don't. Okay, we'll cover the news. So I there is a GoFundMe set up. So I will drop that in the chat if I can find it. It doesn't pull it up. So if you Google it, there was a link here that said it went to a GoFundMe, but I will put that out there. The Daniels family, if you Googled this story, there should be a GoFundMe out there. If you got an extra couple bucks for Daniels family, please throw them some support. Clicking the link, it doesn't pull it up, so I couldn't find it, but it should be out there. But yeah, very tragic story. Not something that I like to hear, but definitely like a shocking but true type story.
Yeah. Bummer. Well, let's move on. Should we go to the headline story, or should we do that later? The Brittany Murphy thing is pretty interesting.
Yeah, if you want me to tee that up, I can. If you want me to go right into that, I can tell. So
also, I have some fun stuff that I got brought in that we can talk about.
Okay, yeah, I'll go right into that.
Not forget, in 50 minutes, our caller is calling in.
Yeah, let's go into that, because this is a story that I want to make sure we get to tonight. So, Nathan.
Okay. Yes.
Are you familiar with Brittany Murphy?
I sure am. We are about the same exact age.
What do you think about Brittany Murphy?
I think she was awesome. I had a crush on her when she was in Clueless, and it was really sad that she passed away so young. That's what I know about her.
What if I told you that it's possible that Brittany Murphy was murdered by ghosts?
I would believe you.
Well, so this story here, I believe this was recommended by Samba. And Samba, who's often in our chats, this was and I started down the rabbit hole of this, and I was very fascinated by the story. But Brittany Murphy, obviously,
before you get into it,
I
totally thought this was going to go another direction for a second, because I just watched a new video on Brittany Murphy like a couple days ago, because there was new information that was released on her death. And I heard the 911 call her mom made. Her mom called 911 when she was found dead or dying. And I thought you were going to talk about this new information that's brought up. I did not expect you to say ghosts were involved.
Yeah, nobody knows what I'm ever going to say.
That's true.
So expect the unexpected.
Sorry, continue.
So Samba recommended this, and I started down the rabbit hole of it. And Brittany Murphy, obviously a very glamorous movie star. She was in movies like Clueless, as you said. She was also in Sin City. Just, very glamorous movie star. And she was very young when she passed. I think she was 32 when she passed away. And so the thing about Brittany Murphy's death that, like, at first glance, people didn't. There's been a lot of things said about it. A lot of rumors have gone around saying that there was possibly toxic mold in the house, and there's a lot about this story that's really interesting. So Brittany Murphy dies, right? A few months later, her husband, who was a director, his name is Simon Monjack, dies of the exact same thing in their house.
Yeah. It was an eerie thing.
6 months apart. Two people, seemingly, obviously, like two very different people dying of the exact same thing. And I believe they were both, it was twin cases of severe anemia and fatal pneumonia. And both of these people dying of the same thing. Brittany Murphy, obviously, passing away first. And then her husband, Simon Monjack, dying only 6 months later. And there's a lot of really unusual things about this case. Simon Monjack, the husband, insisted on hiring an attorney and filing a lawsuit against the builders and subcontractors of the house due to the inferior products used in the building that may have caused a leak. There were tests done, suspicions of mold in the house due to a persistent leak. There was a full inspection done by Monjack, came back mold-free. But there were suspicions that there was some sort of toxic mold somewhere in the house, and that led to their death. Now, the thing that I found very fascinating about this is, do you know who owned their home prior to them moving in?
No, but I'm guessing it was some celebrity.
Britney Spears.
Whoa, Britney to Britney.
Britney to Britney. Now,
The two most famous Britneys of the 90s.
Now, the thing that's most interesting about this case to me is Britney Spears, allegedly, this was through an interview with her stylist, I believe. I'm looking through the notes here. It was her former makeup artist, Julian Kay. And so Julian Kay and Britney Spears asked her, this was after a particularly crazy weekend of crazy partying, and she needed to relax. So Britney Spears had her makeup artist bring in somebody for a Reiki session. Reiki.
I've had Reiki done many times. I love it. Also,
Britney,
Jamie, can I say real quick? Sorry, my double camera on Tom, I can't seem to get it sort of straight. I don't know if it's the cropping. See, I'm like half. When I sit center, I'm like half. Okay, thank you. I love when he speaks. It's so like exciting to hear him.
He's the voice from beyond. So the thing about this, so Britney had a crazy weekend of partying, and she needed something to relax. She called and her makeup artist called a friend to do a Reiki healing session on her. When the friend, the Reiki practitioner left, it was a man. Reiki with a Reiki session,
like raking a lawn.
When the Reiki practitioner left, Britney swears to God that he opened some spirit portal or something, and bad spirits came in, and this is true. Britney Spears claimed that ghosts tried to push her down the staircase at some point, and she claimed the home was cursed. This became so bad that Britney Spears refused to live in the house any longer. And a short time later,
was this Hollywood?
This is in Hollywood. A short time
later, go to the house and investigate.
So
maybe we should do another subathon goal instead of a cemetery. I'll go to Brittany Murphy's house.
So hold on, this is the craziest thing. So Britney Spears sells the house. Brittany Murphy moves in with her husband, and they report strange things in the house as well. And they had a feeling that the house was cursed as well, to the point that when Brittany Murphy and her husband often were coming home, and this is a quote. This is from her husband before his death. He said, quote, "She absolutely hated the Rising Glen house. Every time we would drive up Sunset, Britt would say, 'Please, can we stay at the Beverly Hills Hotel?' And I'd say, 'Honey, you've got to be realistic. We own a house, a 10,000 square foot home. We're going to stay in it.'" Brittany Murphy felt like there was something about the house and that the house itself was cursed as well. And then she would die a short time later. And then 6 months after that, he would die. Now, the thing that I find extremely interesting about this case is that they couldn't sell the home right away, so they tore the house down only a few months later, and then they rebuilt a different house on top of it.
Oh,
why would they do that?
That plot of land's going to be haunted.
Why would they do that?
A cover up, maybe.
It's like why would they do that? And also, Monjack, her husband, he was claiming he was in a suit. He was trying to sue the people who built the house, presumably for Britney Spears, for faulty and inferior construction methods. And he was convinced that there was some sort of like toxic mold leak within the house. And then this house was torn down only a few months after his death. And now a different property has been built on top of it. But why tear down this like giant mansion in LA? Why tear this down?
Who tore it down? The new owners who bought the property?
Building contractors. Yeah, somebody bought the property.
Because they probably thought this place is haunted and they just wanted to start fresh. Because who's going to want it? Well, maybe someone would buy it. If a celebrity died in the house, people might be like, I'm not living in that house. It's cursed. So maybe they wanted to start fresh and not like, to get a potential buyer. Also, maybe they just wanted to update it because Britney Spears might have had a weird design because she was a very strange lady. I feel maybe the design stunk.
And also I should point out that Britney Murphy's mother, Sharon, eventually she sold the house after Monjack's death.
Wait,
the
so
husband.
Britney Spears had the house built, but she thought it was haunted and ghosts were pushing her down the stairs?
No,
but
no,
it
no,
was
no,
a
no.
brand new house?
So Britney Spears owned the home, and then after
So
a
it was an
particular,
old home.
I don't know if she, I think I don't know if she built the house or not. So
Okay.
Britney Spears owned this home, and after a particularly crazy weekend of partying, she brought in the practitioner for the Reiki session. Britney Spears claims that by conducting this Reiki session on the property, whatever this practitioner did brought in negative spirits into the property. It like opened something up. And after that session, Britney Spears claimed that there was an evil presence within the home that was trying to kill her. And then she moved out. But then Brittany Murphy reported similar things and died a short time later.
Yeah, that's what's weird. That is so
It's very
bizarre.
strange. And then her husband died 6 months after that. Of the same thing that Brittany Murphy died of, which is like, these are two young, healthy people. One is a director, one is a Hollywood starlet, and they died of pneumonia and acute anemia. It's like these are like.
Didn't Brittany Murphy do drugs? I thought that was originally what people thought she died of, was like drugs. But now we're getting this new information now that it wasn't that, I guess.
I don't think it was. I mean, she could have done drugs, but I don't think that she died of a drug overdose. I didn't see anything in the reports that indicated that.
Yeah.
She did use prescription medication.
Oh, it was. So Scott says multiple drug intoxication was on her autopsy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember her being like kind of like a wild one, and drugs were involved, I thought.
I do think that it's fascinating. So yeah, it says excessive use of prescription medications, but for her husband to die of the exact same thing 6 months later.
Maybe he did those drugs with her, and maybe he got really depressed when she passed away and did more drugs, I
don't know. This is a crazy case. I'm not like, and I think
weird,
that's the thing.
For sure.
When I hear that Britney Spears claimed to have felt an evil presence within the home after this Reiki session, and then Brittany Murphy reported similar things, and then she died a short time later. It's just very strange.
It is weird that he died the same way, but also
it's very odd
because they were together and they might have had the same habits and health issues, living the same life.
I do think, and I've seen pictures. I've seen pictures of the home. So like, if you Google it, you can find pictures of the home from the time of her death. It's not pictures of her body or anything, but like you can Google and you could see that they were definitely, they were a bit hoarder-y. Like you can see that, like in the photos, that there's like they have a lot of stuff. I do think that it's possible that there was some sort of mold within the home. Because that's easy. Like if you have a really shoddily built construction, like construction, if you have a really shoddily built construction and then there's a leak within the home, like a water leak of some kind, there could have been, I think, because this has come up again and again, like this rumor of like a toxic mold leak, and that does cause really severe health issues, having like a mold presence within the home. I do think that it's possible that in addition to this other stuff, in addition to her possibly using, and her husband using excessive prescription drugs, I do think that there could have been possibly a toxic mold leak within the home, and that's why it was torn down. And as well as I do that like it only takes a relatively small amount of money to pay off like a building contractor or to pay off a city inspector. Like how much money would it really take for this construction company or like whoever they had come into the home to pay off somebody to say, I didn't find any mold?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is
getting a bit conspiracy. Look at that. Is that the house? Jamie's looking at pictures.
It might have. I've seen pictures of the bathroom, which did look
hoarders.
They were a bit. I've seen pictures of their home. They were a bit hoardery.
If they're hoardery, then maybe that's where the mold came from and the filth and the germs. There's so many bottles around their tub. Ew.
They definitely had a lot of stuff, but regardless, I do think that there could have been mold within the home. And this isn't like, it's different, I think, if like we reported, because we're living in like regular apartments, regular homes. This was an $18 million Hollywood mansion. So these building contractors that built this property, these are people building $18 million homes. So these are also contractors with a lot of money. So these are people of means that could like, here's $100,000 building inspector person. Let's just say there's no mold here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's getting into conspiracy territory, but
but it seemed like they weren't very organized and just maybe unhealthy people, and that's why they died and they did drugs. But it is a weird situation, and it's weird that Britney Spears said a ghost pushed her down the stairs.
Evil presence. It's
so
a very
evil presence, or just Hollywood youth.
You be the judge.
You be the judge.
Well, I did think that this was a good recommendation from Samba, and I will say, I believe it was Samba, and they said that they went down the rabbit hole, and then when I started researching the story, I also started going down the rabbit hole of like, then I was looking at pictures of like their property and like crime scene photos and stuff, and I'm like, damn, this is a pretty interesting story.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That makes you think.
This is a crazy story.
Welcome, Faz. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone who's here. Can we please get 33 likes, then 44?
So what was the new information that you found about this? There was a 911 call?
I actually don't remember. It was just, I heard the 911 call. The mom called. She said, my daughter's not moving. She said she thinks she might be dead, and she was crying, and it was really hard to listen to. And then they talked about, the police were like, we have new information about her death, and I just don't remember, but I didn't think of anything paranormal when I heard it, so it's not really standing out to me. It was like a couple days ago. I'm surprised I don't remember more. But
I mean, what I'll say is that I will always trust if Britney Spears says it, it's true.
Well, that's how Katie feels, actually. Katie is a strong supporter of Britney Spears, and she would believe anything she says. So you gotta believe the wife. Listen to the wife; she's the boss. So it's a weird too.
It's a weird story for sure. And I did think about this after. I couldn't remember what else Brittany Murphy was in. I loved her in Sin City. She was great. Her performance was great. And like, I think people of you're a couple of years older than I am, but like, when like I remember Clueless. I actually watched Clueless. They re-released it for like its 20th anniversary in theaters, and I actually went and saw it. Because I was
saw it in the theater on the original release.
I was a little young when it came out.
I was 14 or 15.
Yeah, and
I was off. You were like 10 or whatever.
I was like 10, but like obviously, I think that was Clueless was one of those movies that my parents had HBO, and it was on HBO all the time. So I remember her being in Clueless, and I remember her being in Sin City. And when I heard about her dying, I was like, damn, that sucks. I was like, this is like 32 years old, like, Hollywood star, like that's super, it's super tragic and very, very sad.
Yeah, it's depressing. Well, in order just to keep the show going, I think we should move on to the next story. But we can also do a Britney Murphy centric episode next week if you want.
I think we should just watch all the Britney Murphy movies.
We should just watch Clueless next week on the stream, everyone.
Yep, we should.
Odd Boys. We just watch 90s movies.
we won't get in trouble for that.
Faz in the chat says they have mustache envy watching this stream, watching our podcast. Well, thank you. We like having mustaches, and I actually designed some merch here that I want to release. I just gotta put it on a merch site. This is, hopefully you can see it. This is it's a little bit blown out. This is the merch I want to put on shirts. It's the Odd Boys Ghost with a mustache and the Odd Boys logo. So maybe we'll release that at some point if people want to buy it. Our producer, Jamie, has a goatee, and we told him he's got to shave his chin. Jamie, are you going to do that? You going to shave?
Jamie? You sleep again?
No, don't know what you mean.
You gotta shave.
You fall asleep again?
I'm not shaving it. No, I don't want a mustache.
Let's cut to that Jamie cam one more time. Let's see Jamie cam, and we'll check in on that goatee. There it is. You see, look at that's a great mustache he's got there. If he just trimmed the chin, it would be a standalone macho lip. Look at him chewing in his sleep. He's trying to chew off that goatee.
I think it would be it'd be a strong facial flavor.
Well, thank you for liking our mustaches. Hopefully we can get Jamie to join the gang someday.
Oh yeah, King of the Hill. Yeah, that's right. King of the Hill. Yeah, of course. That she was Luann in King of the Hill.
Oh, Brittany Murphy. Yeah, she did the teenage daughter, right?
Yeah. She was the what was she? The niece of Hank?
I thought, the niece, not the daughter, the blonde girl. There it is, the Odd Boy's ghost.
There it is.
That'll be it. I guess it's got a mustache. Odd man.
It's an odd man at this point. Okay. Do you want to lead this in the 3-Eye Atlas?
Yeah. Okay.
You want to tee it up?
Big story, everyone. It's been the story for like the year. I think this is like the space NASA story of 2025 is 3-Eye Atlas. There's always updates, and oh boy, we got a new one. The new update on 3-Eye Atlas, which is, I mean, if you haven't heard about this, it is a comet, a meteor. They're not determined. They don't know what it is technically. They think it's probably just a rock or some sort of nickel, some sort of a stone, ice maybe, flying through the universe, but it's going at an unheard of speed. That's going faster than anything they've ever tracked like through outer space. And it's come from outside of like our universe or whatever. And sorry, I'm not giving you like hard facts, but this is just as a layman, this is how I understand it. And it's coming straight through our solar system. It's now like around our sun somewhere, behind our sun. It's about to get past Earth. It's very close to us at the moment. Around Halloween when it was going to be really close. So they're monitoring this thing because it's doing very strange things it's unlike other comets. It doesn't have a tail of light like it should. There's light coming from the front of it at sometimes. It's changing shape. It's doing tons of weird things that the experts and scientists, and specifically this one scientist from Harvard who's obsessed with it. He's Avi Loeb or something like that is his name.
It's Avi Loeb. He's a Harvard astronomer.
He's obsessed with it. He's always given the news channels the updates. He is always talking about it, and he's saying all these weird things. And NASA, it's another interesting thing about this is NASA they have like the best footage of it because, or like the whatever footage you want to call it. It's sonar, radars, however they're capturing this. They have visuals of this thing now that they're not releasing. So all these other scientists are like, we want to see this so we can weigh in on this. That's what science is.
But you know what they say about NASA, Nathan.
What?
Never a straight answer.
Or no communication at all, because they're not releasing their footage for some reason. And
but then the joke doesn't work.
Then the joke doesn't work. Well, hey, at least it is also not a straight answer when you don't say anything. So that's what they're doing right now. There is conspiracy theories that it is an alien ship and it's coming here to invade us, and it's like gonna dock on the moon somewhere behind the sun, and then they're gonna send little ships down to Earth. And that sounds crazy until you hear the new update that just came out the other day. There is a new object that has joined 3-Eye Atlas, and it's called... Yeah, there's another one now that is joined it. So the fleet is forming. Literally, the alien fleet is forming, and something's going on out there. It's adding to the strange mystique and lore of 3-Eye Atlas. Let me find my note here. It is called V.I. Borisov, and that I think is named after the scientist who discovered this thing. So, V1. So 3-Eye Atlas now has V1, the partner object. It's called V1. And it's out there. So if you want to watch this clip, this science man will explain it better than I will. And Jamie, after we watch like the first minute, I think if you see my note, skip to 5:10, because then I'll tell you when to skip, because he does talk about a little more better information after.
Geophysicist Stefan Burns here. Breaking news, a new rogue object has been found hurtling through our solar system directly in between interstellar object 3-Eye Atlas and Earth. This is C2025 V1 Borisov, first observed by Gennady Borisov of Crimea, who is the individual that first observed 2I Borisov, the second ever observed interstellar object. Now we have this object directly in between 3I Atlas and Earth that does not have a tail, just like 3I Atlas. There are a couple observations that detected some sort of tail. Most of them, though, show just a coma. Very anomalous, very bizarre. Actually, closer to the sun
there's
than 3I
another
Atlas.
weird device, object flying through space that doesn't have a tail like most comets or meteors, but it doesn't have the tail. Why? Is it a ship?
I've thought about this, and at first I was concerned that the alien fleet was approaching to, exterminate us, to wipe us out. I'm okay with it now.
Honestly, the way things are going, specifically in this country, yeah, blow it up. Start
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I'm fine with it now. It's fine. Let's go.
Yep. Take us, please. Anything's better at the moment. Yeah, go for it, Jamie.
At these sunspots in A6 Lemon. Now, if we go to the perihelion of this new rogue object, we see that it will also be in alignment with the sun and the Earth. And these sunspots are going to continue on and effectively reach this zone. So this could keep this whole activity high for a long period of time.
Good, I'm ready.
As a result of this. But
Pastor
this is
Joshua he's been trying to warn us this entire time. He just had his dates wrong. Pastor Joshua, I'm ready. Rapture me. I'm ready.
I will say that pastor, or I call him a pasture, the pastor and this 3I Atlas is suspiciously in line with each other. The rapture is apparently coming, and this weird ship has been coming at us forever, and now there's another ship joining. Dude, sketchy stuff's going down in outer space. That's all I'll say.
I'm ready. Beam me up.
That's pretty much it. That's the story. The guy will talk a lot longer about it.
I'm ready.
That's all we need to hear.
Vaporize my bones. Boil my blood. I'm ready.
Well, you already got rid of the eyebrows, so there's not much left to go.
Oh, yeah, I should say that. 9 more orange super chats tonight, and I will get rid of these newly created eyebrows.
Oh, I think it's only 8 because we had 2.
No. We've only had 1 orange so far. We had a yellow.
Oh, I thought you said 10 yellows.
I said 10 orange.
Oh, if you guys do super chats, Tom will literally shave his eyebrows again, and he just grew back from shaving them before. You will keep him looking like a freak. I am starting to think you don't like eyebrows.
I mean, I'll do whatever you want. You want me to shave my head like Hulk Hogan? I'll do that. Whatever.
I think you should shave your head like Dad, like the famous YouTuber. The shave the top.
Sure. Well, that's the Hulk. Well, the Hulk Hogan is the waterfall.
It's more known as the Dad now. Hulk Hogan's old news.
I don't know if that's true. I think.
Haven't you heard that there's a dad horror film coming out soon? By the way, the Indiegogo ends on Monday, everyone. So you got a couple days to hit the final $1,400. And I will say this: last night I got $400. So thank you, everyone. I did a stream talking about it. And yeah, it went up $400.
$400. You're rich.
Well, I'm not getting that money. I'm just making a movie with it.
Yeah.
But making a short film. So if you also, I will say this side plug, I'm going to stream tomorrow and Sunday all day, both days. Minecraft all day Saturday, World of Warcraft all day Sunday. It's my craft weekend, and I'm just going to continually yap about the Dad movie until I can hopefully hit $1,400 to then fund this movie, change my life this January and February, film the movie, and become a famous director / famous Odd Boys podcast host. My life is turning around. Also, famous dance instructor, baby. I'm shooting a dance show on my Nathan channel. So stay tuned for that.
If you go way over your goal, like let's say you get to 200% of your goal, can Jamie be Dad?
No, Jamie cannot be Dad, but I would put Jamie in the movie. I think it would be cool to have him on as a cameo.
But Jamie will be British Dad.
I'll just put you and Jamie in the background as two, I don't know what you want to be, pool boys or something, and you can put you in some skimpy outfits and you can like fish. Leaves out of a pool, bend over for the camera, and fish leaves out so that people.
I'll do that. Does the chat want to see me and Jamie in skimpy cabana pool boy outfits?
Picking up leaves out of a pool.
Picking up the pool. That'll be dad at the pool. It'll be Dad with all of his bikini models. Oh my God.
Thank you, Fad.
Thank you. $2 Canadian. Donating for WoW stream and eyebrow shaving. Let's go.
Tom,
Thank you for the super
how
chat.
about this? I have an idea. So you said what you for 10 yellow donate super chats, you would shave your eyebrows. What would that total be? Why don't we just hit a total? Because then people can chip in towards the total. Like Faz just gave $2. It could go towards the total. What is the total amount?
That would be $200 split between the three of us.
So $200, and then we split the 203 ways. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, depending on the split, going by our split.
Oh, $200 each is what you're trying to earn?
No. Like the $200 into the super chat, and then it would be like our usual split. Our split that we currently do.
Get like 50 something bucks or whatever.
Something like that.
$66 or whatever it is. So
Something
you're gonna
like
shave
that.
your eyebrows for $66?
Sure, I could buy a pizza.
You could. That's one LA pizza.
Hey, listen,
no
are
joke. One LA pizza.
Times are tough. You know what I'm saying? Times are tough.
Well,
I don't
get
this. I don't get any respect.
We would need to get $170 more because we've earned $168 more because we've earned almost $32 tonight on super chats.
Thank you.
So if someone just wants to give $160, Tom will shave his eyebrows.
Sure, I'll do it. I'm not afraid.
Just get it over with.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not anymore.
Wait, Faz said I'll shave my eyebrows if I donate $66. Faz is a lunatic in the chat.
You should.
Faz, give us your money and shave your own eyebrows. Faz is a true odd boy. If you're a boy, girl, or anything else, you all count as odd boys. If you guys watch us, you're all an odd boy.
Everybody's an oddball.
Oh yeah, wasn't that what we were gonna call the audience? Oddballs.
I think we should call them. Yeah, the audience should be oddballs. I think that works pretty well.
That's right. The audience decided. I forgot about that. Yes. So if you guys join, we should change the membership names to oddballs. I should do that later. Well, thank you, Annette, for being an oddball.
Thank you. All right. So which story do you want to do? So I have something. It's a pretty. So I do have a video that I found.
15 minutes. The caller is calling in.
Yeah, this is going to take longer than 15 minutes. Do you want to do your story then?
Let's do my quick stuff. We can also save stuff for next week too if we go over.
So I will say I'll tee it up for next week because this
went away.
This one will take us a little bit, but if anybody we'll do this one next week because Nathan has a caller who I don't know anything about this, but Nathan has a caller who contacted him online, and so we're gonna have them call in with a story.
I don't really know either. We're trying to get callers, and someone who watches the show said they had a call.
Somebody who watches the show. Somebody contacted Nathan.
A historian has called. The historian's given us some good ones, and now hopefully we get another good one. It could be a dud, but if the listener is watching, I don't mean to be insulting. I appreciate you calling in, but you just never know what you're going to get is what I'm trying to say.
So we'll talk about this next week because this one will take a little while. A YouTuber has compiled the best moments from the body cam footage, and I feel like this is the video we can react to. But if you're familiar with this, it's actually a very sad story. Are you familiar with the Chris Watts murders?
No, but this might be rough for me because I just watched a documentary thing on Netflix it was all body cam footage, and it was a really sad ending. It was something that happened in Florida, and it's like, gosh, I don't know if I can handle another thing like that.
This isn't that. So, Chris Watts, he murdered his entire family, basically.
Oh God.
It's super awful. Like he was cheating on his wife, and rather than I don't even say this is the right thing because I don't think you should cheat on anybody, but like rather than do the right thing in this case and just get divorced, he chose to go with the other plan, which was murder his entire family. Which awful, like absolutely awful, horrific. And there is police body cam footage. And the reason that I think we should talk about this is there's police body cam footage, which I feel is the most compelling police body cam footage I've ever seen of paranormal activity. Police didn't know that I think that they had their suspicions, but they didn't know that he had murdered his family. They were just suspicious. And they were conducting an interview, And you can hear this on the police body cam as they're like documenting things around the house. Because at first I think they thought that the family was kidnapped. You can hear voices and like giggling and stuff on the camera. And the police react to it. The police go like, huh? Did you hear that? And like you hear like hee, and it's like the police reacting to this stuff in very real time. It's very, very weird. And you see like you see what appears to be like people hiding behind doors, like people that shouldn't be there. There's very, very weird stuff that the police captured on body cam. But we'll talk.
Okay, this is a lot more entertaining than the one I watched.
It's very. Yeah, well, I mean, the police body cam
I think we
footage.
should make this an episode. This sounds like a solid episode we could do next week.
There's a lot of body cam footage, but it like obviously the case itself, the crime, absolutely horrific, like awful, like awful. And Chris Watts, he's in jail now. Stay in jail forever, rotten hell. Like he murdered. Like he deserves no sympathy for like from anybody. Awful, like heinous crime. Deserves zero sympathy from anybody. But the body cam footage is very compelling for Paranormal Activity, and we're going to talk about that next week. But I have some of that body cam footage. But like, yeah, I was watching it, and I was talking to Jamie about it, and like as you're watching it, you hear like children's voices, and you hear. You see the police go, did you just hear that? Is there somebody in here with us? And like the person's like, I didn't. Wait, what?
Whoa.
And like, or they say like, oh yeah, I heard that. What was that? It's really, really weird. But we'll watch that footage next week.
Yeah, let's do that. I think before we do the caller, let's try to, since these are relevant, let's try to get these in now. I got two quick stories. Jamie, if you want to pull up the Louvre heist, there's an update. We talked about this before. The Louvre, the famous museum in Paris, there is a new update on the case. There was a heist. People stole like priceless diamonds and crowns and things from this famous museum in Paris. And they kind of botched it. They dropped some crowns. They found one of the guys at the airport. So these guys were like, everything's falling apart, and they weren't getting away as clean as they expected. Mm-hmm. And a new update now in the case, the Louvre, the museum, it was just discovered that the password to the security footage for the security system, the password to get in there and look at security stuff was Louvre. The name of the museum used its own name for access to their security cameras. So
come on.
I'm sure the criminals didn't have a hard time casing the joint and watching their footage before they stole
That was like they were like, all right, let's try the first thing we can think of to access. They're like, do you think it's that was like the first, like, you know, when like you go to like the hackers in a movie, they're like trying to figure it out. That's like the very first thing that you go, and then like they just got in, they went, oh.
I think it's the second or third thing, in my opinion. The first thing you try is password. The second thing you try is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the third thing is Louvre. So, Jamie, if you want to play it, let's listen. It's a quick little clip.
New shocking revelations about the security at the Louvre, or lack thereof. According to ABC News, the password to the Louvre's video surveillance system was simply Louvre. At the time of last month's robbery, at least 5 people we know now in custody for that jaw-dropping crown jewel heist. Investigators say 4 of the thieves disguised themselves as construction workers.
That's them breaking in.
The jewels
that's them looking
minutes.
for clues.
The loot, estimated to be worth $102 million, is still missing.
Okay, so they're still out there, I think. But yeah, the Louvre, bunch of dinguses running that place. No wonder people were stealing stuff from it.
So the Louvre is in France, right?
In Paris, yeah.
Jamie, how are the French with cybersecurity? You're in Europe.
Yeah, you're nearby.
Yeah, you're nearby. How are the French with cybersecurity?
Oh, well,
Jamie,
wait, falling asleep, everyone. Oh,
no, he's asleep. He's asleep.
We lost him.
I'll
tell you how security is. They're not great at all because I filmed the Talking Classics episode in front of the Mona Lisa in the Louvre, and I was ruining a tour. I was yapping and being a pain in the neck. I did a dance video in the museum. I did get kicked out of the front of the Louvre another time. I was filming a Yell dance video. I went to Paris. Some of you may have seen that video where I'm dancing in front of the Eiffel Tower. It cuts to nighttime at the Eiffel Tower. In that video, I dance in front of the pyramid, the glass pyramid, which is the entrance to the Louvre. And I did get kicked out. But then I went back 2 minutes later and got the shot again, and they didn't kick me out. So security isn't great at the Louvre. I know that firsthand. So there you go.
So they're not.
I could have stolen a crown if I was there. I should have done that. Made some money.
Are you self-reporting? Did you steal anything from
I
the Louvre?
I didn't take anything.
Are you sure?
Let me just hide all this.
You've had a lot of BMWs. No?
No. Those are knockoffs. Those aren't real BMWs. Those are MVWs. WBMs.
It was just a body kit. It was like an old Toyota Camry that you put
it was a car kit.
Yeah.
I just put like the case over it. It was an old Miata, and I just put like the BMW body over a Mazda Miata. Next
Very
story,
sus.
please.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about the pile of bones?
No, I think we should talk about this because the bones might take a while because it's your story. This is a bigger story. I think we do that as the end after the caller. I was going to talk about the orange shark that was discovered.
Orange shark.
Very odd.
Is this? I mean, yeah. I guess it's
real.
Weird. So they found an
definitely
orange
odd.
shark.
An orange
It is
shark
odd.
was discovered, and it has white eyeballs.
Did they
Play that
describe
clip, Jamie?
An orange shark has caught our sight. Not brown, not gray, not the usual hue. This nurse shark is orange.
Brown? What brown
Yes, that's
sharks are
true. This story seems like it would be something out of a Dr. Seuss book. Anglers off Costa Rica's Tortuguero National Park reeled in a 6-foot nurse shark with bright orange skin and white eyes, a combination never before recorded in Caribbean waters. Scientists say it carries 2 rare genetic traits, xanthism and albinism, known together as albino xanthrochromism.
So it has
the only
so
other
it has a couple of genetic like abnormalities,
chromosomes or whatever. Yeah. So it's just a rare shark. And like, how has no one ever discovered this thing until now?
I mean, depending on how old the shark is, and I mean, maybe it just hasn't been seen by researchers up until this point. It is unusual.
That we're discovering new things now in 2025.
I think there probably have been orange sharks before. They just haven't been reported.
Maybe everyone's like, whatever, no one cares. Now they're like, what's up with this orange shark? I mean, it's cool. It just seems weird to me. We haven't talked about it yet.
It's cool.
It is cool.
Cool.
It's a cool looking shark. Keep playing it because look at it's got unique eyes as well.
And nature's
You
full
know, it
of
seems like you just
surprises
really like
in the
sharks.
Big Blue Sea. For more unbiased updates, down.
Oh wait, I don't know if you mentioned it. I might have given you a video where the
Brazil's Federal University of Rio Grande said that xanthism alone does not impair health.
Well,
in
it's
this
all right.
case,
Yeah, it's got
neither
like
did
these
the
glowing white eyeballs. It looks insane.
It's a cool
Jamie,
shark.
If you just Google orange shark white eyes, you'll probably see it.
When did we become Nat Geo?
Yeah, this is a nature show now, everyone.
You should be. That's a character that you should play. You should be a Steve Irwin type character.
Oh, I love this shark. This shark is beautiful. I'm gonna buy all the land in the world and let the sharks live on the land. That's my Australian accent.
Sharks live in the water, Nathan.
No, but Steve Irwin, he buys up all the land and then he just lets animals live on it.
Your Australian accent just sounds like your English accent.
Yeah, it's all the same. Everyone who's not American sounds the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, white eyeballs.
Jamie, how do all Americans sound if you were to do an American accent? Nope, okay.
He's doing an impression of Americans, lazy and sleeping.
Oh, yeah, it does kind of track though.
Yeah.
Can't cool orange shark.
Cool orange shark.
So
Let's
we've got
see.
this one. You've got your one other story of Guillermo wanted to live in a haunted house. Do we want to do that story? That will take
that can be talked about whenever. Yeah, I guess we got 5 minutes for the caller. I'm DMing the caller right now, and they are standing by, so we are good. We're gonna talk
so we've
at
got
8 hour time. That's 5 minutes. So yeah, if you want to talk, should we talk about Guillermo del Toro?
Is this Guillermo del Toro? No, it isn't.
Yeah,
it's just a guy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. It is Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Speaking of Guillermo del Toro, did you see Frankenstein yet?
No, I want to. Oh, you saw it the weekend I was up there, right? Did you like it?
It's good. It was very good. If anybody needs a Guillermo del Toro recommendation, new Frankenstein. I went in with I like Guillermo del Toro, but I didn't have any like expectations because I've seen the Frankenstein story before, and he does it in a very different way. And I didn't know that it was a Netflix movie too. Like Netflix is just making movies now, apparently.
They've been making movies forever.
Well, like that they go into a theater.
Yeah, they've been doing that now. They release it onto Netflix and in the theater, and then sometimes they do it like exclusively in the theater for like the first month or a couple of weeks. So yeah, that's been happening. But I think that's cool. I think that they're trying to support the theaters. I think that's also the directors. Like Guillermo del Toro probably pushed for that.
He wants it to be in a
theater. Yeah. So they probably won't do it with them unless they say okay. Netflix is like, sure, whatever. Most people are gonna watch it on their TV. We don't care.
The movie was very good, and if you like Del Toro, it's like very beautifully shot, and like it like has his aesthetic. And I don't know who played Frankenstein, but Mia Goth is in it, and she's great. And what's his name?
It feels it's very in line with sort of some of the scary movies that are coming out now, like Nosferatu last year, and now we have Frankenstein this year. It has a similar vibe. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, very like gothic. Very like. But yeah, very good. But check it out. All right, Nathan has a story about the director. I didn't hear about this story. He wants to live in a haunted house.
So this is just a quip. Something he mentioned when he was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night promoting Frankenstein. He mentioned some things I thought were interesting. The first thing I'll say is we don't have to watch the clip of him saying this, but I'll just tell you, fun fact. I don't know if you guys knew this. Guillermo del Toro, famous director, in 1969, before he was a famous director, when he was probably a child, I'm guessing, his dad won the lottery in Italy.
Crazy.
I think he lived in Italy. I can't remember where is he from? Mexico?
Where
is he from? Guillermo del Toro?
I believe he's from Spain. I'll go while you're telling the story.
Okay.
I'll Google it.
Yeah. Well, either way, he won the lottery from wherever he was from, and he won $6 million in 1969, which is the equivalent of $53 million now.
No, so he's from Mexico. Where did his dad win the lottery?
Okay, I thought so. But yeah, Guillermo del Toro, his father became a multi-millionaire by winning the lottery. So that changed his life dramatically, he said. I thought it was just kind of interesting. It's just a fact about him I didn't know. I thought it was kind of cool. So
I'm like trying to look at his early yeah. So in 1969, his father's name is Federico, I think. In 1969, his father won a lottery, enabling Del Toro to be raised among books and exotic animals. He described their home as an enchanted castle. I believe he won. I'm looking at this here. It doesn't say where his father won the lottery. I would assume it was in Mexico.
Yeah, maybe. I can't remember where he said he's from.
But anyway, he's from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Okay. Well, he did say after winning the lottery, they had like a lion in their house. Their parents got a lion, and when it almost killed the dog because it swatted at the dog to like get away from it, it was bothered by the dog. It almost like took the head off. So his mother was like, "You're getting rid of that lion now." So the dad had to get rid of the lion because it was
that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's like, but like, I will say it is very hard to, because you know this, and like I've experienced this to some degree. It's very hard to like get involved in like the film industry. So I'm like, Del Toro is obviously extremely talented, but I was like, this is why he was able to get into the arts, because
I'm sure it didn't hurt. Yeah, it probably helped in some way, but at the same time, I think having that money, I don't think you need this because my parents were poor and still are poor. and they nourished my creative side by allowing me to do whatever I wanted and encouraged us to just be creative and weird and do whatever we decided we liked. And I think him becoming rich, he was able to do that too. His dad like just said, go read books and enjoy art, and it inspired him to then make art himself, which is cool. So I think it's great that it happened, because now we get good movies out of him. But the
he's great.
Odd thing he talked about.
I love Del Toro.
Yeah, he's a good director. The weird thing I wanted to mention that he talks about in this interview is he wants to live in a haunted house, and he wants to prove it's a haunted house. Otherwise, he's not buying the house. He's been trying to buy a haunted house that's like proven haunted. So he's been staying in these houses. And he then tells a story about when he was in a hotel location scouting for the Hobbit movie. They were staying in New Zealand in a hotel, and he said that he never saw anything when being haunted, but he heard something when being haunted. He's just going to repeat what I'm going to tell you now, but he was in the hotel room and he heard a murder taking place in his room. He's like looking around like, what's happening? And he heard a woman screaming. He heard the smashing. He heard like the killing, and it basically like he was watching it, but only could hear it, and it was right in his room. And he said he was watching The Wire when it was happening. And then Jimmy found. Well, I'm just repeating what we're gonna play. It's kind of pointless for me to say this, but
great show, by the way.
Yeah. The Wire was a good show. Anyway, Jamie, if you want to play it, he'll say it for everyone to hear.
Well, you got to come back up. I heard you're looking to buy a haunted house. Is that true?
I am. I am moving most of my collection to a haunted house in the middle of England. And my instruction to the broker, I said, it has to be haunted. And
it's going to be Jamie's neighbor.
I have to be able to spend a night there.
I believe it.
Get haunted, or I will not buy it.
So you need to sleep over and see a ghost.
See, hear, feel.
Have you ever seen, heard, or felt?
The realtor is just going to like do spooky stuff in the middle of the night when he's sleeping over to get him to buy the house.
Twice. The second time was very dramatic. We were scouting for the Hobbit and an empty hotel in Waitomo, the Waitomo Hotel. Every hotel I go, I know the haunted room.
Oh,
I attached a picture of the hotel, Jamie.
Nothing ever happened until then.
If you can,
I
there's
stayed
the hotel.
There and I was watching The Wire on
the HBO show, The Wire.
Yeah, on a DVD. Yeah, so it was not exactly the mood. I was watching Stringer Bell, and all of a sudden, a murder. I hear an entire murder in the middle of the room. The screams and the stabbings and the crying.
That's probably just The Wire.
No.
You heard it happening?
Crazy.
I mean, it's not like you're watching Abbott Elementary, you know? You were watching a show. There are hundreds of murders.
I like that Jimmy. I like that Jimmy plugs a show on his network.
Abbott Elementary.
He's like, it's not like watch it at 8 o'clock on Fridays.
Check it out on CBS Fridays. Yeah.
So you actually experienced that, and then did you get out of the room?
I moved. There was nobody else in the hotel, not even the manager. They gave us the keys because it was off season, and they said I was on the east wing, and everybody else was on the west wing. So I put the earphones back, and I stayed looking at the computer the whole night. I didn't sleep at all. I didn't want to turn around. There was a balcony, and I said, what if I look and there's something there?
So you're now looking to experience that every night?
Well, here's the thing. I would like to see something.
You want to see something?
I heard already.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you will see anything?
I love getting haunted.
Yeah.
I'd want to see something too.
And it is my wish now to.
Yeah, that's some wish. Yeah.
He just wants to be haunted.
Like Casper.
Anyway, there you go. That's it. I thought it was pretty interesting. Oh,
yeah,
the caller needs to call in. Sorry, I try to get all the stories done before the caller comes. All the short stories.
I think we did pretty well. We've got a couple little. We've got that big story that we'll do next week. Now the Watts Paranormal Activity. I think we did a good job going down the list of stories we've compiled. And now we have this mysterious. I'm interested to hear what this caller has to say as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's do a little break. Thank you, producer Jamie, for holding down the ship, running the show. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back with the caller. Stand by, everyone. Will they still hear us talking? Can we serenade them with our voices?
We will be muted, right?
Oh, we're gonna do an actual break with music. Oh, go get my water.
We're gonna bring the caller in. Everybody, go get a drink of water. Go grab some popcorn. We've got a caller. Nathan found a mysterious caller. They contacted
They
him,
found
and we're
me.
gonna get
One of you guys. It's someone in the chat.
somebody from the chat has a story, and they've convinced Nathan to be on. So we're gonna hear from them after the break. We'll be back in like 3 minutes. We're gonna set up all the stuff.
See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. Odd Boys continues, and we got a caller again. Caller is going to tell us a weird story that they had. An odd story, I should say. So, to preface this, I got a DM from, I won't say their Discord name because they don't want it to be said. They're on the line with us right now, but I'll just start off with say the DM says, I have the craziest camping story you've ever heard. Love the show. Found it last month and I've been hooked. I noticed you got call-ins for members and wondered if I could make an exception. If you make an exception for me, I said yes because we haven't had any members that have wanted to give us a story, and we got to do something. So here we have this story, courtesy of our viewer. Thank you for watching. And they said,
Thank you.
Had possibly the strangest experience you could have had on a camping trip. So I said, let's do it. That's all we know. So Tom, that's it. And caller, can you hear us? Are you there?
Odd Boys.
What's
How
up?
y'all doing?
Hello, caller.
Man.
You're on the air.
Can you give us your name, or do you want to? You don't have to give your name, but you give us.
We can leave it. You know, I'll give you what everyone calls me Jed.
Okay, Jed.
Yeah.
Sounds
we
good.
don't want. I don't want a little bit about. If y'all want some backstory. I'm from originally from the NorCal area, but my family we relocated out to Virginia, a little bit outside of Roanoke, and we
I don't know
when we
anything
moved
about
out
Virginia.
there. Roanoke, it's a nice city in Virginia. It's a big little city, It's bigger than your average town. But when we moved out there, I kind of fell in love with the mountainous regions, the Blue Ridge Mountains. They're one of the most beautiful things you could ever see. And I've often gone camping there over the years. I used to go with my father, and then he passed when I was younger. And I've enjoyed do you guys enjoy isolation, like going out?
I do
being
actually.
alone and something
I live in
clears your
Los
mind.
Angeles. It's very
Yeah.
busy here, but I do. After being in LA for 20 years, I'm now craving. I'm planning on moving to Portland, where it is a little more quiet, and you can go walk around the forest down trails. So I understand you liking the forest. It's in Virginia. Does that touch, or is that maybe that's Kentucky? The Appalachian. It's like a super haunted area out there. It's like the Appalachian area.
Appalachians, yeah.
Appalachians. Does that touch Virginia?
I don't believe the Appalachians does. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not a geography expert. I just know it's the Blue Ridge Mountains. I enjoy the trees, not the maps.
Okay, sure.
Makes sense.
So the story is about you going camping and something weird happened when you were camping. Is it in these woods you're talking about?
In the Blue Ridge Mountains, yes. We So, I mean, we'll just get to it. So now my girlfriend at the time, congrats are in order. We actually recently just got engaged after a woman.
Congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations.
Woman
I
get
also
believed
just
when
got
you tell her a
engaged.
story like that. Oh, congratulations, man! That's great. There's no love like a good love.
Well, congratulations to you as well.
Oh, thank you very much. But so long story short, my girlfriend at the time, now fiance, she always understood that I enjoyed going out to the woods. We have a very nice trusting relationship, and I just told her I needed a weekend away, gather my thoughts, and you know what? Here, let me take a sip. Every time I talk about this story, honestly, it just gives me a little anxiety. It's I don't know. Are either of y'all religious?
I grew up Catholic.
Not particularly.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I do believe something's going on out there. I don't know if it's the universe, dimensions. There's I think something happened. I'm getting into off topic here, but I don't necessarily not believe in religion. I don't know what I believe anymore. I just think something's going on that we don't fully understand as humans, and maybe we then interpret things as heaven, religion. We kind of like give ourselves reassuring answers to things as humans.
That would be what, like the agnostic?
Me?
Yeah,
I
wouldn't
don't
that be
know.
like? I think an atheist doesn't believe in anything. An agnostic doesn't discount that there could be something, but they don't know.
I feel like
I'm not sure.
agnosticism is true humanity. You know, like it's like I'm too dumb to know what it actually is, but I'm open
Yeah.
to it.
I don't want to say it's, just heaven and God and the devil. And it's like, so it sounds like a child story to me, honestly. But I don't want to, insult any religions. I did grow up Catholic and I do believe something's going on. So yeah. Are you religious?
I grew up religious, but I can't say I'm practicing in
Mhm.
my life now. But so let's get to it. I'm sorry. Let me take a drink here before I get going.
Oh man. Okay. All good. It is Friday night.
Yeah,
True.
well, honestly, I had no plans on pouring, but every time I talk about this, it's one of the, you ever experience something that you necessarily can't explain, so it just makes you nervous when you talk about it. You
Yeah.
experience
And
phenomena.
you're also on the spot and you're telling a story to people. So I
Mhm.
get it. You got to relax, chill out.
Honestly, I've never told this to anyone besides, like immediate friends and family, because when I say it out loud, I feel like a kook. So
Oh
it's
God.
just yeah.
Well,
All
we
right.
believe you. We believe in the odd, and we will definitely hear you with open mind and take
Yeah, it's a
what
good
you
good
say
place.
for
It's a you.
you know.
It's a good place for this audience. So the floor is all yours.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. So it was a fall weekend, and as I said, my girlfriend, she at the time, she didn't mind me going on a personal camping trip. So I drove out into the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I found like a secluded spot. Like I don't like going around where there's like set camping grounds. I don't be bothered by a camp rangers or park rangers. Excuse me. I want to be alone. I don't want to see another human being. So that was the goal of this trip.
Okay.
And and we get out. I get out there, and I get my camp set up. Everything's good. The night goes on, cooking myself some beans and weenies, just enjoying the moonlight, the starlight. And then all of a sudden, around like 11 p.m., I'm getting ready to wrap it in, go to bed, stare up at the stars, and drift off. And the only way I can describe it, all of a sudden there was this noise, but it wasn't like a loud noise. Have you ever hit a tuning fork on a piano before?
I have hit a tuning
No.
fork. The thing that vibrates. It's like a piece of metal.
Yeah, it's a piece of metal that
Hmm.
vibrates and it helps you tune a piano. And that's like, it didn't sound exactly like that. There wasn't like a ping, but it was like a low hum. But
Hmm.
I could almost feel like the vibrations of the sound waves in the environment around me. And there wasn't another soul around. And as soon as these vibrations started humming, like a low hum, the only way I can describe it, that's like almost psychedelic, euphoric feeling, like when you hear like a dance song for the first time that just really scratches that nerve inside you, like it's just like a vibration, almost like you feel it in your bodies, get like the goosebumps and the tingles, kind of. And
Mhm.
I'm sitting there, and this goes off, and I didn't think it freaked me out at first, but the thing that was really scary about it is after the hum started, it wasn't the hum itself and the sound sticking around. It was that all sound around me died. Not death in the sense of like the physical word, but immediately like crickets stopped. I didn't hear any wildlife. There was no wind going through the trees, and it had been like a breezy day that day, so I was used to seeing like the leaves and everything moving around me. And it's just silence, and all you feel and hear is this low hum just going through the woods, and it's not loud, it's not a concerning level, but it's just enough to where I'm hearing this and I'm not crazy. And I just kept listening to it for about 15, 20 minutes. It didn't go away, and at that point I'm just alone in the woods. I just said, I'm going to go to sleep. Like, there's nothing in this situation that I can change, obviously. And I didn't hear any immediate threats. So you
Can I
just kind
can
of
I ask a
learn to,
question?
oh, please.
Do you think it was like a helicopter? Was it that kind of like a sound,
I
like
have
an
all my
aircraft maybe,
years
or like a plane engine circling?
of all my years in camping out there, I've never really had but one or two like planes fly over. I wouldn't understand unless there's like a search party or something, but I feel like I would have seen spotlights or some indication that there was an aircraft.
Do you think it could have been that, or was the sound tuning fork? That is a different sound. That's like a vibration. I'm just trying to think of what maybe it could have been.
Helicopters before. I've heard them before. I know what that sounds like, and there was no, and like I said, there was no wind. Like you hear the air gusts of a helicopter. It's very distinct.
Yeah.
And maybe if it was off in the distance, but it doesn't really explain the sound or even the feeling that I was getting, whether that was heightened by just being alone in the woods.
That feeling you said. So was that the vibration was like going through you?
Yeah, like there was a tingling sensation where it's really hard to describe. I mean, I'm not like a poetic person, but it didn't. I didn't feel normal, if that makes sense. Like, have you ever been inside of like an empty domed space and you say something and it just like it's an echo chamber? It felt like that, not my thought, but kind of like inside my body. Like the sound was just like going through me. It's
like when you
I feel crazy saying it.
Yeah, you hear it in your own head. You can hear your voice in your own head when you're in one of those like I did it in a gazebo in Pasadena, California. There's a gazebo outside and it has an arch roof. And I did it with these kids, and you were like, if you say something, you hear it in your head. So you're saying it was like that?
Kind of, yeah.
Like the vibration was in your head?
Yeah. Like I was definitely like not feeling normal.
Oh,
this is never
the vibration was outside, or maybe there's something going on in your head, like a. I don't want to say if you have a brain problem,
brother. You think you're asking a question I didn't ask myself?
Okay, do you and you'd never experienced a phenomenon like this before? This camping trip, hearing this sound, this the first time you've experienced something like that?
Never in my life. Of all the times I went out with my father, of all the times I went out there by myself, I've been out deep in the Blue Ridge 100 times or so, and literally never experienced anything like this, and honestly probably never will again. I have yet to be back on a solo camping trip since this experience. I'll still go out with friends from time to time, but I'm not comfortable.
Wow. Helly in the chat says tinnitus. Was it like, do you know what tinnitus is? Was it maybe like a ringing in your ears kind of a thing?
I have bad hearing already from years of going to concerts when I was younger and not wearing earplugs. So wear your earplugs, kids. But honestly, I've had sensation in the ear before that was like sound induced where it was uncomfortable. This wasn't an uncomfortable feeling. This was it was just more of sensational, like an overstimulation slightly, maybe.
Wow.
Where you're buzzing. I don't know. I feel crazy every time I talk about it.
Wow.
Honestly.
So, all right. Well, what happened? So then you went to sleep and it ended?
Yeah. So I went to sleep, but I wish it ended. I wish I could say I woke up and everything was fine. But in the middle of the night, I wake up and the metallic tone, it's still ringing. And maybe it was amplified more because now it's the dead middle of the night. It had killed the sound of everything around me before, but it's still there and present when I woke up. And honestly, at this point in time, it's about 2:00 in the morning. I'm starting to get freaked out a little bit. I'm in the middle of the woods. I'm thinking this is all in my head. I'm going to go to sleep, and I wake up. So I went to go glance at my phone, and I normally when I'm that deep out, I don't have any reception, but I've received. And here's the thing, my girlfriend, she is not a needy, panicky person. She's not someone that, like, if we can't get in contact with each other, usually panics and sends me multiple messages or multiple calls. She's never really done that before. I've received almost 40 text messages or so of her alluding. The only way I can describe it, text, and I'd love to. I don't want these published publicly. I'll send you some screenshots of these so you guys know afterwards. But she was alluding to, like, where have you been? Like, what are you okay? Are you alive? She was asking, like, concerned for my safety. like I'd been gone for weeks.
And you said
days,
earlier
like-
she knew you were going on this trip.
Correct. But I'm receiving these texts making it seem like I haven't come home in the time I was going to come home. I've only been gone for 6 hours.
Whoa, okay.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Okay.
So I'm frantically like, okay, if I got these texts, I can obviously respond. So I'm trying to respond because, hey, everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's some stuff going on that I can't really explain, but like I'm trying to be earnest and a good partner and tell her like I'm fine. I don't want her to worry about me. But every time I respond, I'm just getting hit with the do not deliver, did not deliver, did not deliver, just over and over again. And after about 5 minutes of just trying to spam a message through, I just kept getting denied. And I'm honestly at this point, I'm so freaked out. I'm kind of a bit of an avoidant person. I was like, well, the only thing I can do right now, I'm not going to trek back to the truck in the middle of the night. I'm just going to sleep lightly. It's 2 a.m. I can wake up in another 3 hours. Sun starts rising. I can get out of there. So I decided to go back to sleep. And I woke up and right before sunrise. And I look at my phone, same thing, no service. But then I open my text messages. And all those text messages were gone.
So wait, you were getting texts from her last night at night, but you couldn't send them out. And now
yes, and I sent back at least 10 messages that just do not deliver, did not deliver, did not deliver. And when I opened my phone, when I woke up and I'm about to turbo pack up, my camping gear. I'm going to hightail it out of here. I don't know what's going on. I don't feel in immediate danger, but I don't feel comfortable. And I open these text messages and I swear to God, there is nothing in my inbox.
Wow.
There is no back and forth.
Was the vibration happening or the tone or whatever?
No. Well,
it stopped.
No. It had lessened. It had lessened.
Oh,
But
okay.
as the sun rose, the only way I can explain it, as the sun inched up more and more, it kind of reverted to like less and less as I'm packing up the camp. Because at this point, I'm in a pure, I don't know what's going on. I need to get the hell out of here and just get back to, population. And so I'm get the camp gear together. I'm hiking it out, and the sun's just starting to peer over the mountains, and it just starts to lessen as the sun rose. And so at this point, I'm just like, get me the hell out of here. So I hopped in my car. I drove about 30 minutes. I got cell reception back. I'm back on one of the main roads. And I called my girlfriend and I'm just like, hey, baby, hey, with all those texts you sent me last night, what were you talking about? I was supposed to be gone for 2 days. I only been gone for 6 hours. You're making it seem like I've been gone for a week. And she was just completely like, what are you talking about? I knew you were gone last night. She literally, I saw these messages. I don't know if it was some weird fever dream or anything, but it was lucid. I was awake. I was responding. I felt the anxiety of my partner is worried about me. I need to make sure she knows that I'm safe. And she's talking to me, and I'm literally like, "Are you pulling a prank on me? Are you pulling my leg right now? Because I got all these messages from you, concerned about where I am and my well-being, and which I can't prove, so that makes me sound even more crazy because they're not in my text messaging box. So I said, hey, I'm coming home and I'll talk to you and tell you all about it when I get home. But I got a tale to tell.
Wow. Okay. Is that the end of the story?
Yeah, I went home and honestly, I've tried not to think about it since because it's just one of those things I got no answers for. I wonder if I went crazy, if I rubbed up against some weird mushroom or something.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
that's another possibility for
theories?
sure.
I have a theory. I wonder if you have theories of what happened.
Well, I mean, the only thing I've went down the bro psychedelic sphere on Netflix, or excuse me, YouTube, and I've read about psychedelic experiences. I've read about like alien interaction, and I've looked into stories about hearing like frequencies and stuff. Honestly, I've also read about there's certain areas in the world, like you look at them, like people talked about like stargates and like stuff like that, where there are areas that kind of cross. Do you believe in different dimensions?
I do. I very much do. Yeah.
I certainly think that it's possible, and like there's certain unexplained events and like instances that I don't think conventional logic can properly explain.
I
So yeah, I do
read a
believe I think it's
thing.
possible.
I read a thing from Science Man's, a bunch of science people recently.
Oh,
Last
Science
week.
Man's.
Science Man's said that it's
Oh.
basically there is multiple dimensions. It's basically like proven based on one like sort of thinking. A lot more scientists are coming around to like, yes, there's probably multiple universes in dimensions or whatever, however you want to phrase it.
Like I said, I had no interaction. There wasn't a feeling of another being. I never felt an immediate danger, but I did feel an energy of sorts. And the only possible thing that brings comfort's the wrong word, maybe explanation in my mind, is that maybe that area, because it was a new area, it wasn't where I normally camp. It was I went deeper in the woods than I normally would, because you sit at the same spot enough times, you just want to see a different tree.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if it was one of those areas. I don't know, and maybe is crossing over in between.
And this is the question. This is the question I always have with things like this. Where like in this particular area, are there anything like is there anything nearby that could emit low frequency sounds? Like is there like a radar array? Is there like a military installation? Anything that could possibly emit something that could be this like
even power lines maybe or something?
Yeah, like some sort of like low frequency sound.
Virginia is a military state. There is a lot of military bases in Virginia, but I personally don't think so. I had no cell reception. There was no lighting of any like there wasn't. I am in the middle of the cut. There's nothing out there. So I mean, there's always that possibility. Like I don't know, maybe I fell asleep next to a power line, but it's. I honestly don't have that answer for you. I don't think so. I was in the middle of the woods. Like I had to drive and then get out of my car and walk for an hour into the woods. It's just doesn't seem likely.
Well, so
have
I
you
have
ever heard
theory.
of before you do that, I do want to say to the caller really quick. Have you ever heard of, and maybe Nathan, I don't know if this is going to be your theory, but really quick, have you ever heard of, this is where my head went. Have you ever heard of spontaneous autoacoustic emissions?
I can't
say I heard of that. I haven't heard that.
It's basically like human ears can generate their own sounds. And typically if people hear it, it'll sound like cicada-like sounds, like buzzing or ringing. What you're describing is a much more heightened version of that. But 38 to 60% of adults with normal hearing have these sort of spontaneous autoacoustic emissions that human ears themselves will generate.
I mean, that sounds really interesting, but I've heard cicadas. Like I've been around cicadas. It's one of the most annoying noises in the summer. Yeah, I've never felt a cicada in my head before.
That's what. So hearing that, how you said you like felt the vibration. A tuning fork is a different thing. It's a vibrating metal, and if you put it like really close to your ear, you can. It kind of does feel like it goes in your sort of brain. And the fact that you heard it for so long, and you felt like that feeling of when you're standing in a dome. I like very much can hear that and picture that and relate to that. Then the intensity of the vibration, and then the text messages. I feel this doesn't sound far-fetched. but I do like to think about these kind of crazy things, that possibly this sound that came from wherever the source came, it was either the blending of another dimension, or like another universe, another existence, another version of you living in your regular life. You crossed over maybe, or the sound sent you somewhere, and then you were getting texts from your girlfriend in another dimension freaking out because something in that dimension is going on, and you saw a window, you saw a preview of what's happening to you in that life, where maybe you did go missing or something happened on that trip and you didn't come back, and she's wondering where you are, and you saw that, and then when the vibration ended, you were taken back to your normal dimension, and so you just saw a window of another life or something. That's what my brain goes to when I hear this, because the text messages were really weird. The fact that, and also I want to ask this, Helly in the chat said, was your entire message history gone, or just the ones from that night?
No, just the ones from that specific night. I still had everything. Like, I called my mother the day before. My call log was the same. All the previous messages that I'd had with normal interactions with
that's what
my
I'm
lady,
saying.
they were the same. Yeah.
So just her messages, I feel you saw something bad happen in another dimension with you or your girlfriend, and you saw those messages and you couldn't respond because you were from another dimension or something. I don't know. This sounds insane, but
you're telling me, man.
that sounds kind of like something to me. So I don't know.
Yeah,
the chat's been talking about it too. This is a really interesting. This is a really good story. I'm surprised that this is really good. Thank you very much for calling.
I mean, the worst part about this story is it's just wild enough. Like, I'm not out here talking about Bigfoot, but like, this is just something that happened to me and I can't explain it, man. And I just thought, maybe someone else knows.
I've never heard anything like this before.
Well, I've always thought I was one of a kind.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, the first thing that I thought of, besides the spontaneous noises, I mean, there is the hum, which is like a very famous phenomenon where people have reported all around the world have reported hearing persistent and invasive, and this is according to the Wikipedia, but like it rings true, no pun intended. The hum is a persistent and invasive low frequency humming, rumbling, or droning noise. But that doesn't explain this temporal disturbance. I have no other way to describe that, of having these messages one day, going to sleep, and then those messages being gone, unless this auditory disturbance, it sounds like you heard something, and could it then be possible that this auditory disturbance caused you to hallucinate sending these messages?
Ooh, that's interesting too.
Here's the thing. I've experienced psychedelics before in my life. I've been an adventurous human being. I know what it's like to see an altered reality. When I tell you, it felt very grounded, very intense, because I was experiencing true, like, panic. I wanted to let her know I was okay. So I know those feelings. When you are completely in to, I need this to happen. I need to get this call off. I need to let her know I'm okay. There's no question in my mind that I was not having cognitive thought in that situation, and I've never dreamt that viscerally before.
Yeah, there's been times where I've had dreams and I can tell I'm dreaming, and I've relaxed myself in a panic moment. In the dream, I've actually gone, oh, okay, I'm just dreaming. I can relax. And then the dream changes once I have that thought, because I'm sort of controlled it at the point. But yeah, it sounds like you were very like awake and aware.
It was, and I panicked. I went to sleep out of fear and confusion. I did not know what was going on, and I knew my only choice was, I'm not hiking out of the woods right now in the middle of the night. I'm going to get 3 hours of sleep and get the hell out of here.
Wow.
Interesting. I mean, there have been stories told of people on certain psychedelics where I'm trying to remember the exact drug, but it might have been like on one of those podcasts like Joe Rogan or something, but somebody described having one of these psychedelic experiences where they imagine themselves living an entire life for months, and they could vividly remember living this entire life while they were having this complete psychedelic experience. And
You're
I do
talking
want
about salvia. I've been down this
Sal.
road, man.
Yeah,
I've
there you
looked
go.
through all these explanations.
Yeah, there you
That
go.
is salvia itself, and it was nothing like that because I didn't just wake up and have a moment of clarity. All these moments were still with me. I
This
didn't
is
wake up and return
crazy.
to a new life.
Well, I wonder if you have like an ability or something and you were able to like cross over because maybe you were relaxed. You went out there to chill out. You're by yourself. You knew there was nothing to do, nothing to think about. You're just hanging out in nature. So maybe you like opened up some ability in this state you were in where then that sent you over to like maybe you could travel to different dimensions. Isn't there a name for that, like dimensional raiders or something? I don't know. That's
Astral
a wild
project.
theory. Oh yeah,
It could
or
be like
that.
some form
Maybe
of like
you are
astral
able to like
projection.
maybe you can tap into like other existences or something. You got to go back out there. You got to go camping there again, see what happens.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think there's enough money to get me to go out to that spot.
Oh man, I want to experiment on this.
I don't think we can experiment on the listeners. That might be that's ill
Yeah.
advised.
Well, how about
Sounded
you
like
go back
some-
out there, risk
Huh?
your life, travel another dimension, and then come back and tell us all about it.
Well, I mean, maybe if y'all come with me, we can all head out there.
Hey, Odd Boys field trip. I am
Hey.
down.
Yeah. Never.
Once
Well,
we
no,
hit-
I was gonna
once
say
we
I've
hit
never.
1,000 members.
I was gonna say I've never been to Virginia, but I think I have gone. I forget where. I believe I have been through Virginia at some point.
I've
the only
driven
thing-
I've driven through there a bunch. My dad's he was born in Virginia.
Oh, what
Oh,
part?
It was a military base. They lived in
told you.
Massachusetts, but his dad was stationed down there when he was born. My grandfather was in World War II, and then he was like in the army after the war in the 50s, and he was born on a military base. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my father-in-law is convinced because I told him once, and he wrote it off as I'm some pothead or something. But he says the only logical thing he can think of that with all these military bases around in Virginia that maybe they were testing something in the woods and maybe it like wipes your phone clean. But that doesn't explain like only one conversation. Why
Yeah,
all my
in a
other-
very
Yeah, very
specific
interesting.
conversation too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it
this
just
is a
ended-
good story. I like this. You know?
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing your story with us. This is I wish that we had a better explanation for these events.
Yeah,
You and me
I wish
both,
we
brother.
could solve your problems, or I guess hopefully you're not experiencing these problems anymore. Hopefully it's just a one and
Maybe
done
just
thing.
talking about it is like helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely feel more comical about it now. Every time you say it out loud, it just feels a little bit more silly. The older you get, the less you ask questions.
Yeah, and it becomes more distant. But I think it happened. I think something went down. You went somewhere and you came back and you saw something you weren't supposed to see in another dimension. You crossed over. That makes me think if you did cross, maybe that other one of you came to your dimension and
Maybe
they
I
saw
swapped.
something.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's some Rick and Morty shit right there.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, was it Jed?
Jed.
Thank you, Jed.
Yes.
Thank you very much for calling. This
Thank
is
you.
a great
Of
call.
course.
Very
I
much,
appreciate y'all.
yeah.
Just give me some of your time. Seriously.
Our
No
pleasure.
problem.
Thanks for
Thank
watching
you.
the show as
I
well.
know. Odd boys for life. Thanks, y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you again. Do I
Okay,
come
that
out?
was-
How do I do this?
He already left. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, Jed, for calling in.
Yeah, that was great.
Very, very,
Wow.
very much appreciated. Very crazy story right there. Wild.
That was a crazy
wild,
one. I like that
wild
one.
tale. That was as Art Bell would say, east of the Rockies, you're on the air.
Yep. And now what
I-
we
I-
say
I-
is
I meant to say that on the show.
south of the normal, you're in the odd world now.
Wait, what mountains are over here? Mountains.
On the West Coast?
I should say
You're surrounded
we
by
should-
like a million mountains. You're in Portland.
It's
There's
like
mountains
what is it?
everywhere.
The Cascade Range. So we could say east of the Cascade Range, you're on the air.
Well, you're west of Well, I think you're west of the mountains.
Well, the Cascade Range. We'd be like, it would be west of the Cascade Range would be like Oregon and Washington and California. So this caller was east of the Cascade Range.
East of the Cascade, into the odd dimension.
Into the odd dimension. Yeah, wild story. Thank you
That's a good
very
one.
much for calling in. That was a good one. We are trying to encourage more people to call in. So we will say we will open from time to time. We'll open the air up for just anybody to call in. But we do want to reserve it.
This seemed like an interesting message, so we said sure.
Yeah, we do want to we want to try and reserve it or give priority to the members of the channel. So probably next week, I would imagine we'll have a member call in night.
So yeah, what people were asking in the chat during this call, who was asking? I forget who it was, but I saw you asking how you call in.
Somebody asked, join the Discord and become a member.
Join the Discord. If you can become a YouTube member or join on on Ko-Fi, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. We're really trying to get reoccurring monthly members, so this becomes a job for us. We have 8 members. We're trying to hit 22, my lucky number. If we hit 2 more, we'll hit 10 monthly reoccurring members. That'll help keep the show going. And if you do, or if you do have a story and you're a member, you can call in. But also, I think in the future, we're going to set up an email because we know not everyone can join and become a member, but we do want to hear some interesting calls. So I think what we might do is set up an email and we're going to vet some stories. So people, if you send an email, message to the email explaining your story, we'll be like, okay, this one sounds pretty good. And we'll set up a call with you to call in. So, but we would love to just, even if you're a member and you just want to say hi or chat or about something interesting that you don't have a story, because not everyone has weird stories. So if you're a member and you just want to call, we're going to do segments of the show for members just to jump on the show and talk about things if they want. So.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Well, we've got one last... We've got one. It is the title of the episode, so we should wrap it up with this one.
We never did the title.
We never did the title of the episode. The title of the episode. So before we go into this, I will say thank you again. We had a Ko-Fi donation. We had some YouTube super chats. If you would like to keep the show going, we do split that. We do share that. We do share the money. It helps us pay the bills. If you like the show, again, consider doing a super chat or getting a membership or supporting the Ko-Fi. And then if we're able
liking the stream, please give likes.
And liking the stream. But that being said, we've got the final story of the evening. Should we just go right into it? Should I do it?
Let's just go right into it. Sure, you can do it.
Okay, we'll do the final story. So a funeral home recovered 300 plus piles of human remains outside Las Vegas. Did you hear about this at all?
I did not at all.
So basically there's a federal investigation right now into, and they don't know exactly who did it, but there's a federal investigation right now into who dumped more than 300 piles of human remains in the desert outside Las Vegas. And a funeral home has stepped up to give these, these are human remains. So these were people with husbands, wives, children. These could have been children. These were human beings, and they don't know exactly who did this. But these were cremated remains, and there were bones, and there were some other elements of human beings. But they found 300 piles of human remains in the desert out in Las Vegas, and thankfully, thankfully, a funeral home has stepped up to help authorities recover all these remains and to give them a proper, a final proper resting place. But this is crazy.
They're not going to know who's who, though.
No, these are on. They'll never know where they're trying to figure that out right now. They don't know who. They don't know where they don't know where they came from.
We're dumping the ashes.
That's I mean, that's what it seems like. But this violates. This was a mass grave essentially, and it seems like a funeral home. A funeral home, rather than bury these properly in plots, or find a proper place with dignity for these people's final remains, final resting place, they decided to bury them in the desert instead. So I will say, whatever funeral home did this to save a few bucks, this is hideous. This is awful. This is like these
probably
people.
Thought no one would notice. It would just mix in and go around or something.
No, and this is awful. This is an absolutely heinous story, and we'll keep an eye on it in the future. But yeah, their authorities right now are trying to figure out who was responsible for this, because these people wanted to go with dignity. These people wanted, like, everybody deserves that. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody deserves to at least be your final remains like brought out and like at the very least not buried in the middle of the desert in an unmarked grave. That's crazy.
Yeah. Should we play the clip?
Yeah, let's play the clip.
Hundreds of piles of cremated remains found in the desert. Now our 8 News Now investigators are learning more about the investigation well underway to find out who did it, as another funeral home steps up to give all those people a proper resting place. Our investigators breaking the news about
this funeral home. This is I think it's the McDermott Funeral Home is the one that stepped up to give them a final resting place. Thank you for doing that, for giving these people dignity.
About an hour south of the valley. That story made international headlines, and today only 8 News Now investigator David Charnes back in Searchlight as another funeral home took care of each and every one.
Behind every pile, every scoop, there's a name, a person whose cremated remains ended up here, miles from the nearest town, in the middle of the southern Nevada desert. Each little mound, one of more than 300 dumped here this summer. From the
it's so like
you can see just
weird to think of is like every little like mound of dirt was a person.
Yeah, it is really weird. So someone was going down this road and was like, what are all these piles?
Yeah, it was discovered. But like, this is like, it's the 300 plus right now.
Also, I'll say, yeah, they probably did other ones in another spot. I will say this. They clearly were trying to hide it. For the fact they went out on this desert road and dumped them in the middle of nowhere. They were clearly trying to, cover this up and not just throw them in the trash.
Right. And for anybody in the chat, Nathan and I have both been to Vegas several times. And if you've ever been to Las Vegas or like those deserts, like right outside Nevada and like California, there's stretches for miles and miles and miles of just nothing.
Death Valley.
If this is only, if they found this one pile.
This is literally Death Valley.
Right. Yeah. But like
dead people.
That's their comedian. That was Nathan will be here all that was worth the super chat, everybody. That was worth the super chat right there. If there was already this one pile, and like Nathan, we've been there. There's stretches of like it's just digger. Miles. There's so much nothing that like. There's so much nothing out there.
I think something's going on with my mic. Can you not hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, I think there's a good delay or something.
No, you're fine, I think.
Okay.
What I was going to say is if they found this one pile. Oh, is it mine? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Am I here?
I think you don't hear me right away.
Oh, really? Well, Discord does that. Discord has like a slight. Discord isn't the best place to do a podcast. There is a slight delay with Discord.
That's why we need
like
the
audio.
office, and we need to do this in a location where we're together. So please become a member, give a donation, so Tom and I can move, and then we can do this show together in an office.
Then Jamie needs to move here too.
And then we can move Jamie from England, and he can come, and the three of us can make this show the biggest paranormal show in the world. Please become a member if you're able.
Well, if you have a big enough house, Jamie can just live somewhere in there. Put him in the attic.
I don't know if Katie's gonna love a strange British man just living in the.
Jamie has more
basement.
subscribers than you.
It's true. I'll be like, well, Katie, you should technically be married to him. He's more successful than me.
He's more.
Then,
he's British.
I'll
be like
be
he's
the one living in the basement.
Right. You could be like, well, he's British, so
he's got a cooler voice, more
he's got an
following.
Accent. Women love accents.
Crap, I'm screwed. If Jamie comes over there, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
lose
all
my
over.
wife. Crap.
Wow.
Oh well, Jamie, don't steal my wife.
Yeah, don't you do it.
I'll try my best.
So this story is this is just crazy, this whole story. And what I was trying to say earlier is they found this one pile, like where there's one pile, there's probably whatever funeral home did this, they were probably doing this for decades, years. There's probably many piles of like of these poor people that like are just rather than find them an actual proper burial place, they're just dumping them in the desert. There's probably a lot more. This is crazy. This is very sad.
Probably
very crazy.
Helly in the chat said, "Is there not enough wind to blow ashes away, or was this done recently?" I will say this: in the desert,
they were buried. They were buried.
No, they were just dumped. You can see it. The footage shows them just dumped in the sand. The piles are just sitting there.
Some of them were buried. Some of them were buried. Some of them were.
But I think the ones that weren't buried, that are just sitting there, they probably won't blow away for a while because it is pretty still in some of the areas of the desert. So when the wind blows is when the temperature changes, when the sun rises and sets, because then the heat causes wind, and then the cold. But yeah, they probably will just sit there forever, and they probably thought it would just blend in and no one would even notice.
It's so crazy. Similar. Yeah, hopefully. Well, we've got our. If you noticed at the beginning of this clip, we've got investigative reporter George Knapp on the case. George Knapp, who also broke the Bob Lazar story.
He's an alien man for sure.
He's an alien man. Well, he's an investigative reporter in Las Vegas. He's been there forever. At this point, he's been an investigative reporter in Vegas for 40 years or something. So I do hope that George Knapp is able to get to the bottom of this, along with his investigative team. We'll be keeping an eye on the story. I am very curious to see what comes of this.
Yeah, I want to know what funeral home did this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll burn it to the ground and dump their ashes in the desert.
No, we're not going to do that, Nathan. We're just going to find out. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to bring them to justice, and they can go to jail.
Burn.
We're not going to
justice.
No, we're not going to burn them down. They're going to go to prison. They're going to go to jail.
Fire.
We're not going to murder them. We're not going to. No, they're not going to go to fire jail. They're going to go to prison.
Hell. They're going to rot in burning hell.
Well, that's after they expire on their own. They're not from you murdering them.
No.
I think when you were doing Creator Clash, I think you got hit in the head a couple too many times.
I didn't get hit.
I think it's made you. I think you get hit. Well, not in the Matt Watson fight.
Tom, do you want to go to fire jail?
AB hit you in the head a bunch of times.
He got me twice.
I think he hit you a lot more than twice.
I get hit more than in training.
Yeah. Speaking of that, so now that we can segue into the drama portion of the show. When are you boxing AB?
That's a good point, Helly. What if it's not a funeral home? What if it's some serial killer who has his own crematorium?
If it was a serial killer that had 300 plus bodies, this would be the most prolific serial killer ever in the history of crime.
That's actually a good way to murder people. Just burn them. Where there was a show I watched, maybe it was Breaking Bad, where they would get rid of people by burning them in the pet. They would take the pet cemetery or the pet like vet or whatever would throw.
I think it was Breaking Bad.
Was it Breaking Bad? They would get rid of guys like that, and it was like such a good way to do it.
I think so.
They
but I will also
the pet person.
As much as I loved Breaking Bad, my exposure to Breaking Bad lately has been like, you know, when you're like just scrolling through like shorts or like TikTok, like randomly on your phone,
there's full scenes of it on YouTube.
It's just like every day there's just random scenes of like, it's just Breaking Bad. And I'm like, all right, I guess this is how I'm watching Breaking Bad, one random clip of Walter White at a time.
I love Breaking Bad. Katie and I are going to rewatch the whole thing from the beginning soon.
We should, if you did move here, we should watch it the way that we first watched it, Nathan. Do you remember?
I do. In Santa Monica, we were watching that.
We watched it on your Wii.
Was it the Wii?
Because the Wii had DVDs. Netflix. It had Netflix. You could watch. I think Netflix still works
the Wii
on the Wii
U or the Wii. No, that was before the Wii U.
No, the regular Wii had the regular Wii. You could watch Netflix on it. But I remember like holding the Wii controller and like clicking on it and like pressing the button to watch Breaking Bad, like using the Wiimote.
Wow, that's so 2007.
That's how we have to watch it again.
I'm down. I will do that.
You needed the Netflix disc at first to get Netflix to play.
Yeah.
On the Wii, you needed the disc in it, and
that's
then eventually
high technology.
Yeah, and then eventually it was just like a channel on the Wii Shop thing that you could like download.
Yeah.
But the Wii was awesome.
The Wii was awesome.
I still have mine.
It was basically just a flat GameCube.
I still have it. I could play it at any time I want.
Inept.
Oh my God, Inept! Thank you for that $2 super. Look at that, Dad and Crothers. Look at those two brilliant actors on screen together.
Yep, legends.
Those two legends. And also, do I have that line in the Dad movie yet, or are you still casting the other guy?
Still working on that.
You gotta let me. You gotta let me know. I want to have that line.
To be continued. 3 more likes and we hit 50 likes. Everyone, if you haven't liked, please give a like.
Otherwise, if I don't have that line, you have to fly me and Jamie out for our pool, so we can be pool men.
Yeah. You'll do that. You guys will wear short shorts in the movie.
We'll do it. I'll do it for the chat. I'll do it for the audience.
Nexpo, you're all gonna be pool boys.
Netflix. I was gonna say I was reading the chat. Netflix. Nexpo's not. I think Nexpo's gotten too popular for that. I don't think he's gonna degrade
him today. Said to me tonight.
He's in. He's ready to be a pool boy, a pool man.
He said we need to do something soon. Been meaning to connect with you about that. We were talking about something we want to do, and I'm not gonna tell everyone what it is.
Oh,
but yeah.
You should ask him. You should ask him if he wants to fight in the Kumite, like blood sport, like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He does not. I will say this. Nexpo does not want to box anymore. I think the time has passed for him. Life is busy for him. I don't think he's able to box. Just 6 months ago, he said he was super down, but I think some things have changed and he can't do it. And this also addresses what you asked me a minute ago. When am I boxing AB? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. When's
that
responding
to me? He stopped responding to me about it. He was moving when we were talking about it. So I think he was maybe overwhelmed with moving. He's now in his new apartment. I've seen him streaming in it, and I don't want to keep badgering him about it. I think he doesn't want to do it. He regrets saying to me he would do it on stream and is just hoping that it will go away and fade away, and I don't want to pressure him. But at the same time, I'm thinking about doing so apparently I heard word back from Misfits. I will still be boxing with them. There was a while where I was freaking out thinking they ignored me. They didn't care anymore and they weren't going to do it. But I got a message from them the other day and he said, definitely still wants me. It'll be the new year. But before the new year, I was thinking maybe at some point I might just do like a fun special boxing live stream in a boxing gym and put on our own little thing. Me and my coach and some of my other boxing people I box with, we might just do our own little match, couple matches, just to do a fun live stream. So yeah, maybe you'll see me box somebody you've never heard of on my Nathan channel. So yeah.
What if you box all of your fans? You just have the fan, like you just one after another. You just allow it. No, I mean like you just have anybody who signs up.
You're my biggest fan though.
I'm not though.
You're my biggest fan. It's okay. Oh my gosh, the universe is you. Thank you for donating.
Thank you. I would say I am your one of I would say I'm probably one of your longest term friends and supporter, but I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily a fan.
You are my longest fan. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
What was the joke?
My longest running fan.
What was the joke? Seth and Josh are your brothers, and I'm your bother.
What's that? I don't even remember that. Was something?
I'm pretty sure that this is a joke that you made at some point. I think you're like, because somebody asked if we were brothers.
And Tom's my bother.
I think that, well, yeah, I think that if somebody asked if we were brothers, because we were always doing stuff online together, and you were like, no, Seth and Josh are my brothers. Tom's my bother.
I'm funny. That's a good joke. I'm gonna keep saying that.
You told a joke and I remembered it. So now there you go. There's a free
I tell a lot of
Nathan
jokes.
joke.
They're always coming out left and right. I'm a comedy man. That's what I do.
I think about that stuff sometimes too, where like I'll say something funny on a stream and then I can't remember it. It drives me nuts because I'm like, dang, I said something really
say a
funny.
lot of funny things.
Right. Well, I just say something random. I just say something random and then I'm like, oh, that was really funny. I wish I could remember it. But I just said something random. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I was just saying weird random stuff.
Just to run in my mouth. You know, it's weird. I keep forgetting that like Jamie's here. Jamie, I don't like that you're not talking. I want you to be like on the show.
Oh yeah, Jamie. Jamie, what do you think about all the things we talked about tonight? He's gonna cut to the sleeping. Yeah.
Gosh dang it, he's asleep again. How is he cutting in his sleep? I don't get it.
Jamie, wake up.
Yeah, wake up. How do we get him to wake up? Maybe if we get 100 members, he'll wake up.
I know how we wake Jamie up. Yes, exactly. If we can get one more $20 super chat, Jamie might be able to wake. We need to resurrect him. He's like Sleeping Beauty right now. Then we can get his thoughts about the show. But if we get one more $20 super, I think we can rise him from his slumber.
Also, what?
I think we can do it.
What time is it in London right now?
Like I don't know.
It's 5:15 a.m.
He's up at 5:15 in the morning. Jamie, this is not a good idea for you to be doing this show. This is too late for you.
Well, he's sleeping.
This is actually crazy. I will say, you guys, Jamie is doing this like just for fun. He's like just helping us out, making the show better. He doesn't have to be doing this. We're benefiting from this. He is getting money out of it, but we're not making a lot of money, obviously.
It's not a lot of money. None of us are making a lot of money here.
Oh my god, I'm not making any money. But can we please get a big thanks to Jamie, producer Jamie Inside of Mine, for doing this show and making it look better, cutting around for us, getting the footage.
Jamie.
He's doing everything. He's running the show, and Tom and I are just sitting here talking. And it's 5 a.m. for him. He's doing this on such a bad time zone for him. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, 5 o'clock somewhere.
I'm doing the flippity flop.
Producer
Jamie. He's awake.
I woke up.
He's awake. He woke up.
I'm alive.
Jamie, how do you feel about being on Odd Boys now? Is it a dream come true?
It's a dream come true. It's all everything I hoped for. Absolutely.
Did you ever think that when you did I wonder if Jamie, when he made that first dad video, if he imagined he'd be here at this moment right now?
He's like, great, it all went downhill.
It all went downhill from here. There you go.
Oh my
Did you ever
I'm
imagine
sorry.
things? Did you ever imagine things could be like this? Whatever it is.
Truly something special, for sure.
Don't
I should be the fact
him.
checker when you guys were talking about Breaking Bad. I should have butted in and go, I looked it up. No, it isn't.
Oh, you were just Googling as we were talking.
Well, I'm the tech guy, fact checking. I'm the part where Joe Rogan thought that Nathan was a dad beating up his son, and then Jamie comes in and has to fact check him.
Yeah.
How can we get Joe Rogan?
Fact checker.
How can we get Joe Rogan on the show? We have a podcast now. Can you message him, Nathan, and say
Nexpo would be a good guest. I think you should get him.
We should get Nexpo on for sure.
He'd probably do it. It's not boxing, so
yeah, it's easier than boxing me.
It'd be a good one to like help take off the channel a little bit as well, so you get some extra people that listening into the stories, and there might be some callers there that want to call in for stuff
to talk to him or something.
Yeah.
Nexpo would be. I also like that. Like Nexpo has moved on from the ARGs and stuff like that. His channel is all like true crime and stuff now. So
he did
I think
lot
he
of that
does
before
have
too. I guess he's just focusing on that then.
He's just focused on.
Yeah, he did all that.
Now,
he did all that before. I think sometimes he comes back to ARGs when he craves them, but that's what blew his channel up, was the true crime stuff more than the ARG stuff.
Yeah, the Reddit stories and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be good to have him on the show. He's a nice guy. The couple of times I've spoken with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. Hey, Chris is here. Simply Chris. What's up?
Hello, Chris.
It's good to see you. And Faz is friends with Joe Rogan. Faz, just get Joe Rogan on the show, and he can tell us.
Oh yeah, can we just?
Actually, I don't know if we just get Rogan on this show.
What if we just get Mr. Ballin? Where's Mr. Ballin? Can we get him on the show?
Mr. Ballin, we should get on. Yeah, he can come on. Once we blow up and we're like pulling in major numbers, then we can just get everybody.
You can just use
I would love to have
Mr.
Mr. Ballin
anyway. So.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about. Don't need to invite him on again afterwards.
I think we could probably get a few. I know that like we all collectively know Nexpo a little bit. Nathan, you know Kane really well, so we could probably get Kane on the show. I think we could get a. There's a few people we could probably get on. Yeah. Jamie knows a lot of the ARG people.
I think those collabs will be good because then those will be uploads that could get some views when we cut them up as videos. Oh yeah, Chris, if you have a ghost story. You can hear Chris's story sometime. Simply Chris.
Yinep said get Keemstar and then fire him. I mean, Keemstar would probably be on the show. I wouldn't. Probably.
Yeah, we don't need him to come on. It's okay. He's busy. We'll leave him alone.
After your outing with Keemstar.
He's fine. He and I message. He doesn't care.
It seemed like you guys got along. It seemed like you guys got along pretty well, at least. So
it's weird to say, but I think Keemstar is like an all right guy now. He's done a lot of things that I would never agree with. And I think he's a moron for doing and saying the things he said in the past. But I think now that he's in his 40s, he's just like over the toxic troll stuff, and he just kind of wants to like do weird things. So yeah, he's an all right guy now, I think. But I do not support a lot of the things he still currently says. But for, I don't want to. Not everyone's an evil person, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah.
I think he did dumb stuff to get views and clicks in the past, and it was lousy. So,
yeah, anyway. Exactly. Well, fun show this evening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, audience. Thank you, tech producer Jamie, for running the show. Thank you, Nate. Welcome back, Nathan, from your trip.
I'm back. We've got to say this. What is the schedule now? Are we thinking about doing just the Friday live show, and then we're going to focus on other things for videos? What's the plan? Maybe we should talk about.
I think we can stick with. I think we can stick with Tuesday and Friday through the remainder of the year.
Okay.
I think we can do Tuesday and Friday through the remainder of the year, and then we can figure out if that schedule is still working. We can keep up with that. But we're trying to grow the channel. We do appreciate all the support. We appreciate the super chats, the members. We're at least going to try to grow the channel through the rest of the year. And then if things aren't working in this time slot, we can retool it then. But also make sure you follow Jamie on Twitch. Make sure you follow Nathan on Twitch. I'm on Twitch as well. I think all of those links are in the description of this video. We might have to add Jamie's on there.
Check. Oh yeah, I think we do have to add Jamie. Tell it to me right now and I'll add it. Is it just Inside of Mind?
It is just Inside of Mind on Twitch. Yeah, make sure you. Jamie is live mostly every Sunday on Twitch. If people are wondering what Jamie is up to on the internet these days, he does a lot of video reacts and he plays games, often with viewers on Sundays on Twitch. So make sure you follow Jamie as well. I think Jamie, if you want to plug it, you're planning on doing a bigger stream soon. Yes, like sometime in the next month or so.
I think so. I think maybe in the next month I'm thinking of doing a bit of a longer marathon type stream. Maybe I'm probably going to do one of those walk-in streams. I want to figure it out in a way where I get a...
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Little... what's the walking thing?
Like a pedometer?
No, the thing that moves on the ground.
A treadmill.
Treadmill.
Yeah, Jamie and I have been talking about this. I've seen people on Twitch do it, and I was like, that's such a good idea. And
Allie, the girl in Critical Clash 3, uses one.
Did she do one?
Be one of the fighters in Critical Clash 3. She's a very big fitness person, and she is always on a treadmill when she does her Zooms.
I'm a big fitness person too, because I'm very out of shape now. So I want to be fit, but I'm physically bigger. So I need to. I'm a big fitness person.
Well, I will say this. Wait. Two things. One more like, and we hit 50. Also, if you refresh the stream, you'll see Jamie's Twitch in the description, and Tom's and my own, but you have to refresh because I think it won't show it unless you do that.
Make sure you refresh.
So at the end of the stream.
Follow us on Twitch. I'm live 4 or 5 days a week. Nathan is live on Twitch sometimes. Jamie is live every Sunday. What Jamie was talking about we talked about we talked about this offline. I saw people doing walking streams, and it seemed like such a good idea for a marathon. But it's basically, I think Jamie's trying to figure it out on his end, and I'll probably do whatever he figures out. But it's such a good idea of like if people can basically hold you hostage to keep you walking as long as humanly possible, because they sell these
on
walking
a treadmill
pad
or
treadmills
out in the world. Oh, a treadmill.
On a walking pad, which is like a little mini treadmill. But basically, every donation keeps you walking, and you can't stop until like you have to keep going. And it's such a good idea. And Jamie and I have been talking about that. I think that would be a really fun marathon type stream. Literally a marathon.
Cool. Yeah, literally physically walking. That's cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice to try.
So
I want to figure it a way where when you donate something, like let's say if you donate $1, it adds like 5 or 10 steps. And does it I want to figure a way to do it automatically. But yeah, I'd have to look into stuff for that.
Would you wear like a tracker that's tracking your steps so you'll know?
Yeah,
okay,
I do that.
There's your 5. I just did it.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest part, but I want something that maybe just does it automatically on stream that counts how many I have left rather than me having to keep track of it myself. So, you know, like a subathon timer that automatically adds to the time. You don't have to do it manually. It just adds it to the timer. I want to try figure out if there's a way to do it that way. Be easier, at least.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
That was like the hang up, because like I was trying to figure it out too. I was just thinking like I was thinking it was time would be easier, but it's like the step thing is there are things that track, like with an Apple Watch or whatever. There are things that track your heart rate, but there's nothing that tracks your steps taken on camera, like on stream. But there are like widgets that you can display your heart rate.
You know, what you could do. So in Creator Clash 3, we did that one live stream where we all punched the punching bag, and every punch got counted. So it was on an impact and a vibration. I wonder if you could take that little thing that we put on top of the bag and put it on your ankle so it would feel the impact of your step. So maybe there is something you could do that would count the steps.
What was the device that you used for that?
I can't remember. It registered the shake, and you could adjust it. I remember because it was sitting on top of the bag, so it felt when we would punch the side of it. We weren't punching it itself. It would just feel the movement. So I wonder if your foot touching the ground would shake it enough. A punch is a lot different than a step. It's a lot more intense. So I don't know. But it makes me think that it's possible.
Anything is possible in the world of Odd Boys.
It's true. Thank you for 51 likes, everyone. Also, I will be live tomorrow on my Nathan channel and Twitch. I'm going to be playing Minecraft all day tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm all day live again on Twitch and YouTube on the Nathan ones. Links in the description.
You're not bonking?
Playing World of Warcraft. I'm going to avoid Mega Bonk, even though I want to play it. I love that game, but I'm trying to make it a craft weekend. Minecraft and Warcraft. And I'm going to, the whole time I'm doing it is to raise awareness of my Indiegogo. I have to hit $1,400 more by Monday to officially walk away with $25,000 to then go make the dad horror film. So please, if you're around this weekend, come party with me and help me raise this money. I will love you forever. So yeah,
let's go.
And also Tuesday, we're back live on Tuesday over here for more paranormal stuff.
Yanep had a good idea. Cast a fitness tracker to screen. Yeah, maybe something like we're looking into it. But yeah, I really like the idea. After seeing some other Twitch people do something similar, I really liked the idea of doing like a walkathon. It seemed like a healthier idea rather than just playing video games the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get you in shape. Listen, I've been working out a lot lately. I've been in the gym every day since Katie's been gone. Trying to get in. This weekend streaming is gonna like kill all my progress, but I'm gonna try to eat healthy and still do some exercise while I'm on camera. Only eating vegetables. The thing with no junk.
That's the problem with streaming. Streaming is fun, but like you get like, especially when you're playing a game, it's like often I feel like you're just like locked in and you're playing this game, and then like you end up
cozy,
like
eat some snacks, get a pizza.
Back hurts, leg hurts, got to get pizza, got to drink a soda.
Your feet
and then by the end of the weekend,
your knees are bent all day.
I don't think Jamie's started to experience this yet, maybe a little bit, but I think we're experiencing this more, being like, oh, we're old men. We shouldn't be subathoning like this all the time.
I know, but gotta be done. Someone's gotta do it.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. Well,
I'll also say, I'd like to say thank you again to our caller, Jed. If you're still listening, thank you very much for calling in. That was a very good call. We're gonna cut up these stories we talked about into shorts and videos and upload them to the channel. If you want to help us out, watch them, give them a like, pass them around. It'll help spread the channel. We're on our way to 10,000 subs. We're almost at 5,200. Thank you, everyone.
All right, should we wrap it up? Should we wrap it up, boys?
Thank you, Tom and Jamie, for making this the most successful paranormal YouTube channel on the universe.
It is. We're the biggest and the baddest. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you on Tuesday.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.